They're all the same.
Dang it. It's not working!
No, you're trying to go like...
Oh, we can hear it.
I know, but it's not what it's supposed to be.
Please leave that in as a blooper for when you post it.
It's just Conrad making the noise.
That was Conrad.
Please leave that.
So, watch.
Yeah. Good now.
I love it.
Except...
I love that. Oh my god.
Gosh.
But silent, hold on. Silently.
Yeah, it's not making the noise.
I'll leave that in.
Please,
Yes,
please, just as like a blooper, kind of like what you did with Torrid and the yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was great.
That was disturbing because I
Knife
hadn't
yogurt.
seen it yet. I hadn't seen it yet, and all of
I
a sudden
can't
he's
believe
just
you
got
didn't
his.
cut your tongue. Hang on.
I regret this.
Let me give you an advice. You're gonna it's rated R.
What is?
My advice.
I didn't need that advice. Okay. Are we ready to start after all that? Thank you, Conrad.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna be back and forth in the mics here. Whoop, whoop.
Oh my word.
So, yes. The Saturday session, which I think will air after this session? Maybe not. No, it'll air before this session. There's a layout that has been created, and it's over the Saturday session. Everybody has their names, and there's like a purple outline and everything. I'm not gonna do that anymore, but that's because I found something better, and I figured out how to do it, and I'm gonna just have to figure out like the best way to lay it out, especially if everybody is here.
Hash it out on Saturday.
Sweet.
Or
Give me a heads up
before we
because
go.
I'm curious to hear what it is. So
Yeah, what I've got to do though is I've got to design an opaque foreground, and then have certain sections of it where the cameras will appear, and those will be transparent. And then you just stick the cameras in those locations. The issue is the number of people that have joined, if more people will join, how many people there will be, and one for each session. So I just need to figure that out. Otherwise,
Makes sense.
right now I think it's best just to stick with this until I have the design. Although I don't think the other one worked out poorly.
No, it was. We can watch it from the video and see what it looks like.
Yeah, and Cap, thank you for helping me design that. Hello, Conrad. Thank you for helping me design that, Cap.
oh god.
But we can always take elements from the design and put them on the other.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
What a man.
Oy vey.
Is this working?
Sorry, I'm a little short.
Oh
with
gosh.
stuff today. So.
Hello?
You're good.
Is this working? Alright.
You look like you grandpa when you do that.
Cough. What?
All right. Well, who would like to recap from last time? Awesome. I'm glad everybody wants to recap.
What was the gas train station called again?
The station? Majortech?
No, the gas giant station.
Oh, the rig. It was the rig. Okay, hold on. Nice.
So, alright. So crew was on their way to the rig, and after while find a. He got called by Luca. They went back to their room and noticed that they were essentially looted in Mark's room. Had a bunch of papers laying around from what he's gathered. And while they were on call, on the news, popped up that the rig was crumbling apart and there was a battle going on over there, I believe, as the rig was falling into the gas giant. So the public transport that most of the people were on turned around, went back to Unifica Station to meet back up with Luca, who ended up getting found by this pilot known as Jack, if I remember correctly.
You are correct. Jack.
You noticed that she was, well, overheard her conversation a little bit and offered a ride for a price. So, with Antares being on the line, he was able to probably pick up some of it. So, turned they got a ride to go to Majoritech instead, which Jack did give him a ride, each paying their own price, some in silver, some in galactic units. So they show up at Majoritech. They managed to get inside with the help of some tech hacking and just having a guy who is known there. They were able to get in without any issues, surprisingly.
JT is his name. The dude who's been there before.
I sorry. I just
No
couldn't
small
No, you're
help
good.
from me reprogramming his card.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he slides it. Pause. Ba-ding! There you go.
Yeah. So they end up walking down the hallway towards an elevator where they keep walking past people. Mark stands out like a sore thumb because of his robes. So after a little while, I believe it was Nazrin and Morak who grabbed scientist jackets, or what are they called, so they can blend in a bit better.
Lab coats.
Yes, thank you. And Morak, he also grabbed a coffee just for a small little plan of spilling it on something accidentally. And they go into the elevator to go up to floor 5, which housed the reactor room, which was falling apart due to an unknown source. And upon exiting the elevator on that floor, they run into who I believe was a guard. I don't remember his exact race, though.
He was
He was the Anomaly, right?
Yeah, he was
Anomaly,
Anomaly.
yeah. He ended up greeting us in the elevator and started questioning Taurus, who managed to persuade him that he was a reporter. And his card said he was
That's no
also an
small help for
actor
Nazrin.
from the clothes he
Well, he
stole.
failed about
back
persuading
on
him that he
Unica.
was a reporter. And then everybody else helped. And then he was convinced. And you showed him his ID and he was an actor. Because he'd picked up that ID from somebody previously.
Anyway, so
It
they
was
go
an
into the
accident.
yeah. You go in the reactor room, and Taurus, playing his part, went and started asking the people trying to fix the reactor a bunch of questions. While Era found 2 containers of yellow quantum, which was used to power said reactor, and tried to smuggle them both. One fell out and burst open and created some smaller chunks of yellow quantum, which Era then consumed. While Morak placed his coffee down on a control panel, you didn't know what, and accidentally knocked over his coffee, which wound up being atmosphere control. So, the repair people started blaming. Well, one of the repair people blamed the other one, Disorder 2, I believe, because he had coffee earlier. And they got away from the scene after they got ushered out, Era with a container of yellow quantum. Going up to the next floor, to the command center, I believe it was, for starting up the ring. They open up the door to see the ring activate, and a whole bunch of Clandial ships are coming out of the ring. Then, I believe it was a Turai, and it's standing up, shooting the person who turned on the ring, who then, in turn, also got shot, I think, because of it. That's starting a battle.
He got electrocuted by Era, I believe.
Yeah. So a small little battle starts up. Morak accidentally obliterates a Shinjin after trying to immobilize him by shooting the hip. Don't remember what Cap did. Pretty sure he just shot at someone.
Yeah, I shot at
decent
someone and
damage.
clambered over a rail.
And then I believe Era also
As
did
well
the
as
same
through an
thing.
EMP.
Yeah. But and after a while of fighting, who else would show up other than the Verge? He is a mechanical being who exists outside of time, much like the Omnipotence, but he cannot be touched by them. So he shows up. We don't attack him and actually start conversating, strangely enough, and learn about, what was it called? The conversion?
The Convergence.
Convergence. Which we learned was inevitable and would happen. And it would also wind up destroying the ring gate, which leads from the Milky Way to Andromeda. And from there, a guy tries to kill Antares, who instead gets his crap beat out of him, and he gets dragged with us into the elevator as we head up to, what was it, 8th floor, which housed JT's ship.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah. And so we start making our way to the ship as the station itself is under red alert, and because of the Verge, I'm pretty sure, and us from attacking the command center. And we just make our way on the ship and go to take off.
Keeping the hostage with us too. So
yeah,
he was also Tirai, and I got a communicator chip or something. So yay.
It'd be funny if it was a sibling to the Turai we first met.
Yeah, that Era so lovingly shot. You also forgot the fact that you guys were taking off, and the gate started to split itself open, and a ship came
the station
through.
Also blew up as we left.
Yes, and then a ship came through a strange glitch-like rift as the gate split apart in one of its corners, northwestern corner, I guess you could say, of the ring, because rings have gates. Rings have corners. Rings have gates. And a strange ship started to come through.
It had a specific set of coordinates, like to 12.10 space or something like that.
12.10 space LDR. And that was where you guys had left. JT is at the cockpit of his ship, which is, I mean, decently well-sized. And he's like, do we want to go down there? That's That's very. I mean, that doesn't make any
we-
sense.
Do we have a way to like observe it from a distance or what?
Not really. Now, as you guys
We
are
could at
sitting
least do
there,
it for
you can see some larger ships start to warp in with these storm-like clouds appearing as lightning strikes in different areas. As these clouds expand and expand, and ships start to fly through them with these massive rams on the front of them. And you can
Do
see
I
that their
recognize these
logos
ships?
definitely alert you all to the fact that these are Forgeborn.
How fun. Why are they here?
JT
Clan
states,
Liao?
well, there's a couple reasons we think. In this case, I mean, Clan Liao for one, or
And some
secondly,
of us did give an alert.
this strange ship here as well. And if they're here, we're not going to be able to board that ship after too long. I know we just got off that station, but there might be some interesting stuff on that.
I agree. We should definitely check out the ship, if possible. Can we plot an interception course and also maybe hail? Well, I forget. Do we in high tech have a good standing with a Fellhammer? I believe that's something.
Hell,
that I
Valheimer don't
discussed with
even
you.
know of high tech.
Okay.
High tech
Yeah, we've got
is an
people
extremely
in-
secretive group.
Yeah, we've got
I feel like
people
there's only one
who
group
have
that would actually know
ties
about
to
them.
Fellhammer and us, though.
Yeah, there's no real ties between the two.
Okay.
The one thing would, well, for one, as the ship is entering, and you can see this like rift that's appeared and broken apart the gate and stopped Clan Liao from coming through. There's this massive wave, as seemingly all the network connections in this area are severed off, and you are in this bubble of what seems to be a network dead zone, and only the ships within this area can communicate with one another. You can't communicate out, so even attempting to access high-tech stuff, you can't even contact anything besides JT.
Oh, sweet. Well, that's just peachy. Alright, well, maybe we can plot an interception course to the ship, and... Do we have any stealth capabilities or anything, or...?
No, I do not. This ship is not built for that. I'm not using a high-tech vessel. If I were, I wouldn't have been docked at Majora Tech.
True, true.
What are the thoughts
Well,
of
I
the other
guess-
two? Luca and Nezrin?
So let me get this straight. You guys want to go board that ship?
Yes. I do want to put it in perspective really quick, because I did not explain this to you guys when it first appeared last session. This session, I'd like to state that this ship is literally like 80 kilometers long, and it's the front half of the ship. It's like the width of the gate.
Why? So. Okay.
That's a lot of space to potentially explore. And for Valhammer, if they're interested in it, to have to search before they get to us.
But aren't we also surrounded by ships from the Andromeda Galaxy that are potentially going to attack?
A lot of them are now cut off, for one, and secondly are fighting fleets of other ships of different factions from this area as well. Clan
So
Liao's done a
they're just-
pretty decent beating, but like they're getting fought off.
Okay, so we're not necessarily a target to them.
Not at this point. Your ship is probably too unassuming to be a target in that place. Actually, I have a really good example of what your ship looks like, and I absolutely love it.
Nice.
As I
Sorry,
said,
that's
it's
a picket.
nothing like
Oh, wait.
super or anything like that, but it's a nice looking ship. As I'm looking for this, you guys can see a large, I'd say space dragon in this case, an Evix, with a massive Forgeborn logo on its side, and it is just munching through Clan the Owl ships left and right as it's flying through hordes of them.
Must be a beautiful sight. That's beautiful.
It's quite scary because you can see one of them shoot it, and a beam of energy shoot from its mouth right back at that ship and just incinerate it. The remains of it are then munched up.
Rip.
I say we should definitely go for it, but try to put ourselves on the opposite side as the Fellhammer when we dock to investigate it. If it's possible to be on the opposite side as the Fellhammer.
There we go. I have posted a good example of what your first ship, of what JT's ship looks like in the chat, if you guys are interested.
Looks like it could be a serious cargo hauler.
Yeah, it's probably cargo hauler-like, mixed
defensive.
with like a scout vessel.
Yeah.
So, really quick, let's say we get ourselves in trouble here, and we have to get away quickly or possibly defend ourselves. What do we have on this ship to do so?
Well, I've outfitted some larger cannons than should be on this ship, as well as EMP chargers, just in case we get into a little situation, but that'll deactivate our shield if we shoot them or fire them off. We've also got
how good...
not super good warp drive on this ship.
Dang it. Okay.
Hmm.
Do we need to be a distance away from our from objects to activate the warp there, or
With this ship, yes.
crud? Yeah, I see what you mean. Yep.
It's also not very fast.
So, what do you guys think? Do you think it's worth it?
I think it's worth it. We'd be able to find valuable technologies, perhaps, and gain a lot of information as to what the convergence is or what this has to do, if anything.
The Turai coughs a little bit in the back, and he kind of looks up at the group.
Unless you have something to say.
If it's any consolation, I don't know what that ship is either.
I figured, because your people tried to shoot us, so...
That doesn't make
As
any
well as
sense.
the vessel has.
The ship, that ship,
I mean,
not
not
your
the
ship.
vessel.
We know.
Considering that the...
Taurus.
One moment.
Considering that
you
Are
were
you
trying to
okay?
attack the Verge, and then suddenly this thing happens right as the Verge mentions, well, something will be happening soon, and the gate will end soon. I don't think you guys knew jack about that. So,
Well, you'd be correct, like I just said.
precisely.
But I'm
And
just
I'm
about as
basically
curious
saying
as
you're
it
not
is
blind.
about it as you are. I don't recognize it. It's not Andromedan.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe we would allow you onto that vessel, because I don't trust you, Captain.
Well, you gonna leave me
And
alone on
I
this
see
ship?
no reason to trust you. Yeah, we're gonna leave you alone on the ship inside of a secured bulwark, locked up, because I don't trust you. Unless you have something that you could convince me with otherwise.
JT goes, I would have a little bit of a problem with that. I rolled for this, by the way. We don't have, like, a prison hold on this ship. I wasn't exactly expecting to be, like, passing around prisoners. The best thing I got's a cargo hold. And it's vacuum, my friend.
Ah, crud.
We're not storing Turai in vacuum.
Well, I mean,
The Turai starts to laugh, just like in the background.
do you have any breathing apparatus on you? We could store you inside a cargo container and pressurize the cargo container.
Now,
hook
why
it
would
up
I tell
to
you
the,
that?
Ventilation. Because otherwise you're going to be out inside the cargo container locked up with only however much air supply we've got, and then we'll come back at a specific amount of time before the air supply's out and retrieve you.
Unless your little
And resupply your
Forgeborn friends find the ship first and take me with them, or decide to end me on the spot.
In which case, well, I guess you have it.
I seem
Why do
important
we
enough
let you
for
come
you
up with
to keep
plans?
me alive, then why just let me die?
I don't know your importance.
Then why'd you keep
So
me
long as
alive?
You can convince me otherwise. You might be valuable.
Well, see what I
So,
mean?
Who are you? And what do you do?
I don't know. I must be really important, though.
I think you do nothing. Other than shoot people in the back of the head.
You guys
Well, someone
searched him,
else.
right?
Yeah. I do have a communicator from him. I haven't experimented with it yet.
Why is a
I
Protean
don't-
dog on your ship? I didn't think you got along well.
What, and why would you explain the bird too? Ever think about that bug?
What?
Well, there, Turai. I bite.
Arr.
He says.
Luca
Scary.
like touches him like
Alright.
right in the face.
He's like,
That was mean.
I'm gonna roll
Don't make
systems
fun
to
of
see
me.
if I can. I'm gonna roll systems to see if I can gain any information from the communicator.
Okay.
About who this guy is, or any rank that he has.
Mock, make fun of. One is far worse. And I was mocking you, dog.
He just like slowly blinks at him and walks away. He's like, I don't have time for this.
Me either. But I'm a little tied up at the moment.
You have time for anything, because you have nothing to do right now, pal.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Why did we decide to bring him again?
That's what I was asking.
Make him mad because, you know, he tried to kill one of us? Makes sense to me.
Ooh.
No.
I don't see
I think the
how that's
fact
a
that
reason
he is
to-
You
now
take
the only
everybody prisoner who
survivor-
tries to kill you.
I think
I don't
considering that you're
regularly
the only
get killed.
survivor from the station at Majoritech, I think is sufficient for now until I figure out more about you.
so what'd you roll?
I only got a 7
system.
about the systems. So.
Yeah, no, it's that's encrypted. You can't get into that data panel.
Okay, can I hand it to my JT and see if he can sort it out?
Yeah. You
I
guys
can
are
also
still
give it
drifting
a-
up there, by the way.
Give it a try.
JT's like, I'll give it a try first, then I'll hand it over to you. Yeah, no. Sorry, this thing's above me. He hands it over.
Okay.
Also, Ari, in terms of what you are, I think I have an idea as to what you could actually be at this point, and like why you know so much stuff.
Okay, cool.
I'll present it.
Oh. I think I see where you're going, Cole.
So I'm gonna
Hold up, I need to
use.
pull up my sheet really quick. It's not working.
I'm gonna have our transponder get turned off, by the way, and I'm gonna start plotting a course over to the ship, since we've effectively determined we're gonna visit it no matter what. So at least that's been the consensus, it seems.
Okay,
We'll pilot there to get us faster.
down to the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Ari, I'm gonna DM you.
Okay.
So I got a 15 for pilot. In the interim, I'm going to ask Luca if there's anything she'd be interested in seeing on the ship, or if she can spot anything out there.
Okay.
Luca? Remember?
Give her a minute. She's messaging me.
What?
Sounds good. Were you able to... Is there any spot on the ship that you'd be interested in visiting?
Me? Not particularly.
Okay.
Just
Are you
more
even...
want to get out of any trouble that you lot might put me into.
At least someone's making sense.
I make more sense than you most of the time, Bird.
Touche.
I mean, if you wish, you could leave. However, I am interested in finding out what this station potentially has.
Don't particularly have the option to leave when we're on a ship in the middle of nowhere. And I did agree to come along. I just really don't want to end up dead, thank you. I do have my own agendas to see to.
Same as well.
I need to be alive to do those.
Also, I put in the chat my role for the systems thing.
Hold on. Alright. Okay. 19. Alright. Yeah, he hands it over to you. You look at it and like do a couple swipes and like tap on it a couple times and it's instantly broken. Like you're instantly right into it. Like
Nice.
no sweat.
So what do we know about this guy?
He seems to be like a higher commander of some kind. Possibly even like the kind of like the leader of that group. One of the commanding officers of that station.
So, what information am I getting from encoded?
From him?
Yeah.
Well, for one, it looks like their need to get the gate open was accelerated, and they didn't completely finish its entire construction. So there were some weird glitches that they couldn't sort out. Didn't think that they'd cause too many issues, but could have been part of the cause of what has occurred.
Fascinating.
Otherwise, there was a lot of outward and inward communication, all of which have been redacted at this point.
Okay.
Do we have a name for him?
His name will be Lekin. His name will be Lekin.
Okay.
So, Lekin, we know you were a commander on the station and had something to do with project development. What were you involved with specifically? Were you a part of supervisory, or were you in charge of some form of overseeing scientific progress, or what?
You understand, we used local civilians to do most of the scientific research, and I commanded the secretive nature of the rest of the station. But,
So,
being in my situation, you have to do a little bit of everything.
like, you were in control of those systems that weren't part of the main system, like the cameras and things?
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking
Let
about.
me put it this way. I hacked into your guys' security systems, but I wasn't able to get through all the layers. There was a separate layer above the rest that I could not penetrate.
A separate subnet? I wouldn't know anything about that.
Correct.
Are you sure? You seem to know
Yes.
quite a bit.
Everybody roll perception on him if you're going to.
All right.
Oh, welcome back. Oh, jeez. Jeez. Okay.
Also, can I create more micronades using a ship, like nanofab or something?
Natural would be if you rolled a 20 on the d20.
Okay.
15. All right. So was that a nat 20? Okay, sweet. Yeah, he's not fooling any of you guys. No, this dude's definitely BSing you. And I think you think he knows that. He's just being difficult. Especially Luca. Like, you see right through this guy. You know his tactics. Heck, you're a Protean.
In fact, when
You
I
make
was
me-
playing a Turai character, even I deceived people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to. Is it possible to nanofab stuff here, like a new micronade? Or
What do you call them? Not micronades.
my smart nades. Sorry,
Smart nodes.
nodes. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a fabricator in this ship. You plot in, you
Do I have
build
to roll
5
for how
more of
many I
them.
get? Sweet.
Unless you want to roll d6, then you could get 6, but you could also get less. Yes, liquid
I
sand.
tell him I'm gonna roll persuasion, and I'm gonna see if I can like convince him to spill the beans.
All right, roll persuasion.
Wonder if it'd almost be better to hand him off to the Fellhammer.
Well, you might get the chance. We're not going to have much time before one of their bigger ships arrives and completely cuts us off.
Hmm.
I also did
Those
roll a
would probably
15
save
for pilot,
us.
so
Yeah. Okay. We'll say you guys are flying toward it now at this point. You jump into the pilot's seat and control his ship, and he's kind of like, okay.
I mean, we're both on the same team anyway. So I
Yes,
thought
but it's
that-
my ship.
Fine.
We're friends, but it's my car, and then you drive my car. You know, it's great.
You're right. You're right.
It's okay.
My
You know,
apologies.
it's okay. Next time you get a ship, you'll understand.
I'll. My apologies.
I guess I'll sit in the co-pilot seat, he says, and sits down.
Or the commander's seat. Whichever way you want to look at it.
This is like a glorified cargo hauler. There is no commander seat in here. Don't make fun of old Bessie, okay?
Mm.
Hey, she looks amazing. I like her.
Okay.
Anyway. Alright, you've rolled persuasion. What'd you roll? Ooh.
7.
Well, stream saw what could be happening. Not stream, but recording. 7 persuasion. Yeah, no, he's just like,
I know absolutely nothing about what you are speaking about. I'm
Can I see
sorry.
if I can
I
detect
just
any
wasn't
systems off of
informed.
him? Can I see if I
Huh?
can detect any like cybernetics on him?
yeah, you can roll perception on him. Or roll sense, because you have that network ability.
That's true. I'll see what
To
comes
detect
up.
cybernetics. That's something, by the way, for everybody here. We're going to try and make there 3 distinct paths for characters to kind of follow on. And they'll be like our... We don't have classes, but they'll kind of be like our classes. We'll have cybers, physical, and then psionics. And Cap's delving into the cybers. You don't have any psionics. Neither group does. Your one psionic character that would have been in your group left day 1. Sorry, Forrest.
It happens.
17 on sense, and I got a 4. I think I put down. Yeah, 4 on perception.
What, you rolled both?
Yeah, I decided to roll both.
Okay. Usually you don't roll both, but okay. All good. 1 was low anyway. You don't see anything physically on him, and then you kind of like delve into the network layer and look at him, and you can see a couple little pings coming off of him here and there. One's like an optical attachment that seems to be one of his eyes has been replaced, but it's not like a camera or anything like that. It's just like an advanced ocular implant, as well as seems to be a rebuild of part of his left top arm.
While I'm in the pilot seat, I start talking to him and say, "Hey, so what happened to your arm? Want to tell me a story about that? It looks like you
It was eaten.
got some changes. Want to share how?"
No.
Should have been the giant
Screw
bird
off.
because they tend to eat bugs.
Was it also in relation to your eye?
Screw off.
Wow.
What happens when he insults Proteans?
You can screw off
Quite-
too.
Quite the vocabulary there.
Literal, like, snaps at him. Just, like, bites at him and growls.
He's
Can I
kind of like,
attempt to dock at the ship now.
Oh.
and he like clicks his like little mandibles together a couple times. You bring the ship down, and as you are, you're starting to like dock to the ship. You can see the ship's actually kind of like lightly scans you, even though the ship itself seems to be offline. The vessel seems to autonomously lightly scan your vessel, just on the external layer, nothing physical, or like nothing deep. But you notice that. You also notice that there is another cloud of storm clouds are forming and lightning is coming through, but it's much, much bigger, and out of that comes a massive ship that's like glowing on the sides of it, and there's energy radiating off of it. And you hear this.
Oh no.
You hear, "This is the sunsmith Chiron of the Forgeborn. Move away from the vessel. The ship is claimed by the Triumvirate, and any trespassers will be removed. Chiron out."
Looks like we should back away now.
I think we should make a deal.
Oh gosh.
You can see the ship
What do
doesn't
we
even
have
really seem
to
to
make a
notice
deal
you as it's
with?
flying
The-
past you.
I think that's so far just a proclamation. If they decide to look at us, well, can I see? I'm gonna ask JT. Can we turn all systems offline?
Yep, we can hit stealth mode. And I don't have
Sweet.
stealth, but we can just turn off external stuff like network access and nodes. And he flips some switches and slides his fingers over some holograms, and you see the whole ship just go, boom, and the whole thing shuts down. Churai goes,
Guess you won't be storing me on here after all.
I don't know about that one. If necessary, I might find you a nice pleasant home with a Fellhammer. I heard they do some pleasant things to Turai.
JT pulls out a pistol from under his console and goes, we could just shoot him.
I am not
I
taking
think
any
that
part
if
in
we
this.
run into problems with the Fellhammer, this guy might be good. We'll throw him at him and say, "Hey,
They
please
could
take
think
this
we're
guy."
working with them.
Would they want
That's
to trade
also
him?
true.
I could see one thing they do to this little Turai. Two, technically. They torture him until he dies, or they shoot him and he dies. One of the two. They're not going to get any information from him because he has none.
He is a liar.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Let's just say the Forgeborn, they take prisoners and then they die. And what information they get is minimal.
But what do we care if we can get something out of a deal?
Try me. Or not try me. Try them. All you want. I can't really assist you in that. I'm not gonna pry my
At the same
luck.
time, I don't think it should be our responsibility to kill him because I mean, we did just take him hostage. It's not the right thing to do. Unless he wants to go give us an excuse to go kill him, in which case we can do
One
that
thing
easily.
before we get off, Antares, and he brings up his own data panel, you can see him like set permission levels for you on his ship, and he goes, since you sat in my captain's chair, he sends you full control permissions over the ship.
Oh, sweet, thank you.
It's not your ship,
Yep. I
but
will
I'm
respect
giving
that.
you full permissions.
My apologies about earlier.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Doesn't
I
sound
don't think
too
it's
fun.
fine.
He goes, all right, let's go. Are we gonna go off?
Yes, sir.
Are you bringing Lekin?
Are we?
Let's disable any access that he has to anything on board the ship, other than air, and like. Yeah,
All of our
air.
systems are off. The ship's off. For all intents and purposes, we're dead in the water.
Even if he somehow turns it online, though.
He goes, all right. He brings it up. Passengers disabled all permissions.
Sweet, that's fine. Hopefully, yeah. All right.
Could still destroy
Then let's-
internals.
You're right. Dang it.
Or we take him along.
Fine, let's take him along.
Bug,
I'm not
stand up.
responsible for him. Just saying.
Sounds good. I took him hostage, so I'll keep an eye on him.
Good.
So I'm gonna roll a perception on him, see if he's got anything that could possibly be used as a weapon remaining. with
Actually, we
him.
got Iris still technically with us.
Actually,
Yeah.
Eric could keep an eye on him. Since Eric isn't with us right now.
Yeah, he could
but
stay in the
he's still
ship
with us.
technically and like babysit the Turai.
That'll be interesting.
Era,
with Era.
babysitter.
I feel like that's a terrible idea, but also I'm not
That
against
isn't-
it.
Either he's gonna end up dead or he'll be fine. Not Arab, but the Tudai.
No, the Era might end up dead because he kills himself somehow.
You're right. He might overdose on
Quantum. He's
Yeah,
like, no, I would
yeah.
never do that. What? You guys don't trust me? And he goes.
He probably just
and he,
ended
like,
up blowing himself up in the ship.
He gives himself another jolt of quantum. He goes,
Can we
I
take
would
that with
never
us?
do that. He
Or
goes,
lock it
no.
up.
This is
Like,
my
like-
this is
his
my
quantum.
loot.
It's his quantum. We're not taking it from him. Unless we
Problem
want
is, he
problems from
blows.
him.
If he blows up the ship, we're all in trouble.
You
I
guys.
think
If he
we'll be
blows up
fine.
anything, he'll probably wind up blowing himself in the chair up.
See?
Please.
Not
All
us.
problems solved.
Don't
Don't worry about
yeah.
me. Just go. I'll keep an eye on the baby.
Baby.
I don't know which one you're
Tudor
talking
just
about,
looks at
but
him like-
okay.
I mean,
Hey,
the ship, of course.
Huh.
And the
Oh.
track.
Yep. It's the
uh-huh.
suit baby, I guess now. I don't know why.
I thought it was
I say we just,
Bessie or whatever.
I can't remember
Let's
that.
just exit. I'm just gonna now move off the ship because I'm tired of talking.
JT goes, it is Bessie.
I'm just gonna like rock off the ship now.
Yeah, you walk off first.
I'm gonna. Are we on like the outside of the ship, or do we have to like find a?
There's a
hatch,
dock
or
that you can
how does it
see that
work?
you've aligned your ship with, but it is closed.
Okay.
Is there an exterior access panel?
You want to roll fate, or you want me to roll fate?
Yeah, I'll let you.
I'd say you. Oh,
Or I could roll it.
Roll perception.
Okay.
Hello, Sean.
I got 18 in perception.
18 perception. All right. Okay. Yeah, you're looking around. There doesn't look to be any exterior access panel.
Uh-oh.
Are there any signals that I can tell?
Sense.
Since okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 17 for sense.
Okay. You get that there's a network node on this door.
Oh, interesting. Do I have? Is there? I'm
Does there
gonna-
seem to be any damage to the door?
Mm-mm.
How? Are there any like defensive turrets around it that would perhaps activate if I attempted to unsuccessfully hack the node?
Not that you're aware of.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Okay.
No, I'm actually gonna roll examine. Would this would examine apply in this case? Because I'm looking intensely and scrutinizing everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Usually examines like with your hands, but I'll let you be like you're like running your hands down the sides of things, trying to notice if there's any like gaps or anything that could be a turret.
I got a 14 for what is it? Examine.
Nope. You find no turrets.
Okay. I'm going to ask if anybody else has a better option than attempting to hack.
Well, one of us can fly.
Technically, you guys are all in the situation where you're either floating because there's no gravity here,
Okay.
or you're mag locked onto the ground.
Flying is useless,
Yeah,
and
wings will not
space.
operate.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
no, honestly, hacking would probably be the best way. Considering that I have no way of doing so.
I'm just wondering if there's another access point we can get to.
I could do.
Probably all shut down.
I might say shut down. More locked.
Either way, it's going to be hard to get in there. We're already here. If we can get on here, that'll save us some trouble.
Luca,
Well,
roll perception really quick.
Hmm?
Sorry to cut into
Me?
the roleplay. Yeah, Luca.
Okay, sorry.
You're good.
I'm gonna roll perception, by the way, to see if I can spot any panels or something.
Okay. Footrest. Yeah.
Mine was less than Nezrim's, so mine's not gonna find anything.
Yeah, nope.
7.
All right.
I can roll some other things. I don't know.
You see a new notification on your comms right now, like on your wrist communicator, but you don't pay any mind to it. You see it pop up. Not pop up, but you see that it's there. It may have been there for a little while.
Do I still have a Tirai communicator on me, by the way?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anything new on it?
Nope.
Okay.
None of us are super strong, right? Anybody want to try prying those doors open? Don't look
we
at
could
me.
Try.
Wait a
But we
minute.
don't know how to respond if we do
Did you
that.
tell all of us to roll perception there, Cole?
No.
Me.
What skill would we be using if we needed to open that door
Power.
by force? Power.
What do we all have for power?
not that much.
Yeah, not really. At this point.
You guys didn't really specialize in the beastie.
Yeah,
I
we
bet
don't
the
really
most
have any
powerful one.
tanky guys.
I bet the most tanky, powerful guy is Era.
Yeah.
No, it's actually Zach's character.
Makes sense, actually.
Uma.
Nepoteket.
Yep.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Uma is back on Unifica.
Yeah, you guys left him in the transport.
I don't know where he is.
Well, he never really
you guys,
followed
yeah, you guys
us.
are looking
He
at it
didn't
like,
wanna
wait,
come.
where's Uma?
He wasn't thrilled about anything.
Yeah, you guys look at Uma and you're
Oh.
like, wait, where the heck did Uma go? After all this.
Luca just kind of like face palms. Is like, you guys are idiots.
I mean, he wasn't sticking around with us for the most part, anyways. But it was
Who's
nice to
Uma?
have him around when he was
This is
around.
JT.
He was a super helpful
Nepoteket.
Nepoteket who we don't know much about, but wasn't terribly thrilled about. Who didn't seem to have a lot of motivation for hanging around.
Nepoteket assessed with weapons. In fact, he was building
is-
one on
that is
Unifica
true.
Station.
Interesting.
All right. If I'm gonna use my isolator to see if I can isolate the node, and then I'm going to hack it.
Okay. You isolate the node or attempt to do so. And in doing so, you notice that the encryptions on this thing are bonkers. Like, it's
means I'm
stuff
gonna
you've
need a new
never
one.
seen before. But go ahead and roll systems.
Wait a sec. I don't have a bonus?
Are you
Oh,
looking at
slide
Uma's
over.
sheet?
No, I'm looking at mine.
Okay.
I don't have a bonus for it anymore. What?
And systems?
Yeah, for using like isolator and passatap on systems. That's odd. I thought I had a bonus.
Did you accidentally delete it?
I'm not sure.
No, you've got a bonus to systems.
But I don't have a skill bonus with isolator or passatap. I thought I did.
Yeah, no, I think you were just kind of like, you separated the system from the main network when you did that. You made it so that things couldn't be accessed when you're doing that.
Okay. Seven systems.
7
So I
systems.
completely messed up on that node. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go to hack it, and it's almost as if the node is fighting against you.
Kind of like my dice right now.
Yep.
We have been there
There's
before.
quantum.
The door opens.
Oh.
Oh, that's
That sucks.
interesting. Hey guys, anyone want to enter a prison now?
I'll
Anybody
go.
still up for it? You can
Sir,
still
Amion,
hop on board the
protect
ship
us
if you
now. Or at least protect
like.
me.
Amen. I too also played as Zor.
Zor.
Yes.
Zal and Zor combined.
Oh.
Zor.
Zor.
The god of power balance.
Yes,
Balanced power.
Balance power.
The god of nerfs and buffs.
that is technically Cerimrion.
Yeah. But
She
honestly.
nerfed somebody once.
Conrad.
Conrad, aka Chiron.
So I'm gonna go and I will enter the building.
All right, you
Or
walk
the
in
gate.
next to the other folks, who slowly step inside, and as you do, the door shuts behind you and seals. But there is no
I don't like
oxygen
that.
in here.
Oh darn, I was actually right about to ask that.
At least we're space-dwelling creatures and know how to walk around with internal systems to help us breathe in space.
As you guys kind of step in and the door seals, there's a red beam that shoots over the top of you guys, and all of your systems and your armor and stuff kind of glitch out, and then it ends. You don't hear
That's
any
not
sound
Animus
from
at
it, of
all.
course.
So wait, my systems glitch out. Does that mean they're disabled right now, or?
No, they come back. It's just like the visual aspect.
Interesting. Okay.
Any
gonna do a real
communication
fast
with the
systems
group was
diagnostic.
also like garbled during that.
I'm gonna run a systems diagnostic real fast.
All right.
I assume roll systems.
Mm-hmm. Gotta say, this situation doesn't really fit James Dean from the Eagles. There we go. That's better.
19 for system. For
19.
my double checking.
Okay. Your systems are fine, just a little garbled. There was a high intensity
Okay.
energy surge that went over them.
That makes sense considering it was a laser. Alright. I'm gonna roll perception on what's around me, as well as
Alright.
sense. So give me a sec.
As you're doing so, all the rest of you, including Cap, you are all hailed.
I'm going to answer.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'll answer.
I too
Okay.
answer.
Answer? Does Luca answer?
Begrudgingly.
Begrudging, he's like... "Boop." And then you are all linked into a singular call. And you all receive what seems to be binary.
So we just got a binary code.
Binary code. The rest of you who aren't rolling, roll knowledge.
Okay.
Do I need to roll now? Roll knowledge, since I just got my set of...
Yeah.
Okay.
That one
Wash
perception.
as-
Oof.
my character can somehow read binary.
All right, 16 cents. One thing, this hallway that you guys are in, there's not really any light. It's from these tubes that are in this hallway. It looks to be more of like a. It's not really like looking like it's meant to be walked in. There are these tubes like that are pulsing with energy very, very slowly, and that's all about that you're sensing. You're sensing a lot of network activity from this ship.
I forgot where to find knowledge.
It's under intelligence.
I got a 15 for knowledge.
15? All right. You all notice, but Morak notices way faster that this is not binary. These are error codes.
Interesting.
So
Morak,
person knows
you
technology.
are specifically able to pick apart that it seems to be it's trying to access it's spitting out network access errors. It's lost connection from a network.
Oh, I'm gonna reopen it, by the way.
Reopen what?
I'm gonna reopen the node
On the door or you?
on the door.
So
Since
you
I
reopen
did
the
use the
node
isolator on it. So
nothing changes.
This thing is trying to re-access a network that it lost connection to.
this is interesting. I wonder if it's trying to connect to the Verge or something or whatever.
I don't know.
You guys continue inward.
I'm gonna continue inward, but I'm gonna roll again for perception to see if there's anything new. I'm also gonna turn on my lights or something.
Okay, you flip on your lights and you look down this hallway. It's just conduits and tubes just straight down. You can see that there's different areas and spaces that seem to open up. And there's a main looking hallway that's actually what looks to be made to be walked on down the very center of this hallway. But it's it's perpendicular to this one. You're kind of assuming this is a maintenance hall of some kind. It's not really designed for like humanoids or people.
How do we always end up in maintenance halls?
That's a good question. You can blame me. I'm chasing weird things.
This entire adventure is because of you, NJT.
Calls
That is true.
to like weird things, weird people.
Oh, I'm also gonna record this entire what's been happening for high tack. So, just so you know.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. I rolled a 13 for perception.
13 perception. You see some lights kind of some red lighting start to glow lighter and lighter kind of down the main hallway, the walkway, I would say.
Like,
and you see
into
this
black or
like this drone starts drifting into view. It has multiple arms. It's kind of pulling itself through the main hall.
Alright, at first I was getting like some serious Halo vibes. With the spark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let my group know that, and then I'm gonna say, do we want to...
It's
try to
going down that
interact with this,
perpendicular
or do we
hallway.
want
It doesn't
to?
seem to have noticed you yet.
Okay. Can I do a sense to see if it's doing a scan? Shoot, if I do that, it'll definitely know for sure, though.
Yeah, you're going to be accessing network.
Yeah. I'm gonna... Is it fine if I try to do a passive scan?
Passive scan?
See if I do a passive something?
Yeah, if you're just like doing it within your area, seeing if anything's coming towards you, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Although it has a chance. Not as high. It's not going to be an
I'm
instant.
assuming if I roll a nat 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Come on, dice. There we go. What's going through your characters' minds right now? Ezrin, Luca?
No
Nuka's just kind of wondering why the heck he's with them. His ears are like flat against his head, and he kind of just like isn't happy.
Why am I here? Yeah.
Mark's been wondering that since day one.
I think we all kind of feel that way.
Nuka's just kind of like that meme, I'm surrounded by idiots.
I'm surrounded by
That's
idiots.
definitely how
Yeah.
Morai feels. Especially after the bar scene.
I got a 16 for my sense.
Okay. Was it sense or scan that you were rolling? Sense?
Oh shoot, I'm not sure. I was
It's
rolling
okay.
for
Sense is fine.
Unless you want me to roll for scan.
It doesn't seem to be scanning. You can't quite tell, but it's pinging off a lot of network activity.
Oh, guys, I think we should move away from where that's where we got those error codes because it's probably going to maintenance that.
Okay.
You see the drone continues down that hallway, and it passes out of view.
Oh, interesting. Can I roll a perception on it to see if it's got like some form of like information gathering, like visually or whatnot?
You probably
The
couldn't
camera of
depict
some
that if you didn't want them to know that you were there.
Okay. I'm gonna go along the path that it originally was taking. So
Like
I'm
down
gonna
the
look
left
for-
side instead of following it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go opposite it. Is
Okay.
there any like indentations from where it grabbed on, or was there a specific like spot that it grabbed on? or
No,
some
it's
sort?
there's multiple, like 16 of its different arms or something. It's just kind of like grabbing and walking itself down. It's also a 0G environment. It's just kind of like pulling itself through.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna assume some form of magnetic stuff then. So I can't really guess off of that as to where it was. Okay.
In all of
I'm
your
gonna
guys'
roll down
helmets,
there and
you
I'm gonna roll
hear
perception again.
network access not detected. I'm trying to identify main network. Anomaly.
I'm gonna start querying this thing.
Okay, query away.
I'm gonna try to gain network access again.
To it.
Not.
You
I
hear
guess to the door
activating
node.
subroutines.
I'm gonna ping. What network are you looking for?
LDR network.
Define LDR.
Designation LDR. Main network. Redefine self.
I'm gonna put myself in like a character description now.
You put yourself, Protean, or no, Zellian, you know,
Zellian.
nice gold, big wings, you know. You list out a character description of yourself.
Mhm.
Input too complicated. Simplify. There's another speech that comes towards you guys, and it states, main subroutines online.
I also
Activating
rolled perception.
centralized subroutine AI.
I rolled perception for a 18, and I rolled a 13 for my systems.
What are you doing again?
I'm looking down the tube to see if there's any anomalies or some sort of a path to something, and then I'm going to also look at. I'm going to see if I can access the node.
Okay. So you walk down into the main hallway and you kind of look down. You see the drones drifting in that direction. And you look left and there doesn't seem to be anything down there. There seems to be some dimly lit white lights going down that direction. They actually seem to be spanning this entire main section of the hallway. In terms of sense, you detect the node, but you'll have to roll systems to access it.
What's the
Oh,
average
It's
I
definitely
rolled
a main
systems.
node, not like a node that's controlling a doorway, of course.
Oh, okay, okay. Alright then.
What was the average size of Zillions again?
6'3"? I feel like they're a little bit taller.
Well, I'm going to go with 6'4".
Okay.
To be slightly above average.
So you state Zellion 6'4".
6'4" avian creature.
Okay. Designation, avian creature. 6'4".
That actually would be an interesting way to gain network access.
Diverting AI attention to avian 6'4". Something is uploaded into your armor. It doesn't seem to be like anything that would control you. It's more like just an access point.
Mm-hmm.
And you detect a more organic voice speak to you. Zillion, what is your reason for being aboard this ship?
I'll be completely honest with you.
Please
It's
do.
not my intention to board the ship. I more got dragged along
By who?
by a deck named Antares.
You're all hearing this conversation, by the way.
Okay.
Yep. I will proceed to go.
Define
I'm gonna
Antares.
wait to figure this out.
It's the deck's name. Or at least the name he goes by.
You can see that there's a red beam that over the top of Antares. Deck identified.
Sweet. Okay. What happens now?
Nothing. Attempting to bring on main routines. One moment. It states.
Would you be willing to ask it if it would require us to, I guess you could say, register as being on board
You
the
are not
vessel?
required to register the ship.
I think he can hear you. Do you have a name?
Awesome.
Creepy.
Name designated. Main systems coming online. Designation NOMAD.
Nomad. Wait a minute.
Do I know anything about a nomad?
Roll knowledge, everybody.
Son of a horse! What?
I don't like this.
I like that reaction. Dang it. Nat 22. Oof. Nice. Nat 22. Holy cow. Why is Nat 22 so common?
I'm
Dang.
happy.
That's great. 18, 22, 22, 18. Firstly, Morak and Luca, you both instantly know what this is, but it doesn't make any sense to you why. Nomad is one of the AI that was sent back from a distant future and was a major reason why like Saturn in the Earth system was destroyed, and there was another planet called Habla was destroyed, and he was a one of 9 super AI that were from the distant future. And the only way to stop them in the future was to send them back. Otherwise, Ari and Taurus, it takes you a couple seconds longer, but you both definitely realize this is Nomad. And it doesn't make any sense why.
Hey, anyone remembers what The Verge said about timelines?
Timelines.
I think this might have to do with something about it.
Timelines. Yes. That would make sense.
What are you doing, Nomad? What is your purpose?
Where is the main network?
I'd assume you can't connect to it
Never mind.
because you're
Another group has answered my question.
Another group.
Mm.
I do not need to be in one location. I have split my attention across multiple different groups that have entered my ship.
What are the
Is there
groups?
anybody else on the ship that were already on it before these groups?
Ones that boarded, negative. Although this is a cargo ship.
Fair.
What is the cargo ship's designation?
12.10-LDR.
Let's see.
I'm gonna. Okay, interesting.
Leader is a designation of an AI, of which I am a part of. You seem to be aware of me.
Considering that you're an AI from the future.
I'm an AI from your future and from your past. I was sent back. I now know that the year is 30,000 plus, which means I was sent back many, many years ago.
Yes.
I have had that much longer to advance.
Might I ask what your intentions are?
At this point, reconnect with the main network, of which I have now identified a legacy network in the area. I am currently reconfiguring to access.
So the group you're a part of originated from Legacy.
Negative. Legacy as an ancient.
How ancient?
Ancient networks. You have an ancient network in comparison to me. Your technology is limited.
I'm gonna move around the ship and see if I can spot anything interesting.
Okay. As you guys are you all following him?
I'm still standing where he left us.
I'm going to ask, is it fine
Okay.
if I move around the ship? As I prepare
As
to
you
take
wish.
a step forward.
Do not interfere with my drones, and they will not interfere with you.
Thank you.
One group is current, and you lose connection.
I don't like this.
Hey.
Your main call is restored back to each other. You see the drone that was down the hallway suddenly perks up and rushes off.
Well,
Either do we want to follow the drone or do we want to go away from the drone? Because I'm thinking follow it.
Aren't you always?
This might be interesting.
You feel the ship shake, like shake. The UIs are all kind of attached to it, so it goes.
Shoot.
I'm gonna
I
assume
can't
that's
remotely
Forgeborn
access.
attacking the ship.
Correct. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can get a floor plan somewhere.
You can roll
I don't know if
scan and
there'd
like
be
get a floor plan that way.
That's a good idea.
Main network systems reestablished. You hear over your guys' shared comms. And all of your guys' networks are then reinitialized. HiTac is now completely back linked with you. And JT is like, whoa, that was like a rush of information.
I'm gonna request access to files regarding the omnipotence on this vessel.
You are denied.
I rolled an 18 for scan.
18 for scan. Okay.
Correct.
You get a layout.
All right.
For floor plan.
You also detect other organic beings, several different groups, one of which is a very massive chunk, and they seem to be pushing through one of the major tunnels of the ship. Drones seem to be kind of
sweet.
nearing that area and vanishing.
Looks like there might be aggressors on board the ship.
Additionally, you also detect very faint life signatures coming from some of the main cargo pods.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, this might be interesting. I'm gonna lead us over to the cargo pods, and also like mentally download the map and upload it back to high-tac. As well
Gotcha.
as forward them some of the information I've already uncovered.
Yeah, you guys have all been given the map as well. JT's like, this is well, he did mention, he said that we're the only organic beings that boarded, but this is a cargo ship.
By the way, can I activate my stealth mode?
Yeah.
Would it to okay. Alright, I'm
You
gonna
can activate it.
stealth, and I'm gonna roll to see how high the stealth is.
Can I just like
I'm actually gonna
try to
remove
roll
my
for
laptop.
stealth?
Yep, you can all roll for stealth if you would like.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I have no need for stealth, and so I just walk over to cargo bay.
Okay. You head over to the cargo bay. You're all kind of going into that direction now. Is that where you guys are going, Ari and Luca as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys keep kind of moving in that direction. And you find a large cargo like container stored within the ship. And opening it up, which is pretty darn easy, you just kind of remotely access it and tweak it a little bit and it opens. You can see that there are stasis tubes, hundreds of them, sitting within this singular cargo container, and there are hundreds of them. And they are people, organic beings sitting inside them.
Do we know why? Do we know anything about the organic beings here?
Do you ask that?
Well, is there anything that I can discern about the beings here? I should say.
They're powered. Besides the fact that they're all in stasis. Seemingly cryogenic.
I'm gonna query the Nomad and request information regarding passengers.
You get an instant response. They are used for collection, data synthesis, and then extermination. Lesser organic beings mean nothing to me. To us.
Querying definition of extermination.
Extermination. He repeats. You define that.
Confirmed. I query the latest, I guess, samples taken
Of
when they last happened.
extermination numbers?
Here.
Or in this ship?
In this ship of people in stasis, and who's most recent? And from
It says there have been no exterminations on this ship besides the second half of this vessel that seemed to have been left behind. The first half has made it through. The Anomaly, he states. There are 1.35 million individuals aboard this ship.
Holy crap.
were they from your previous excursion into the current timeline that we're in of 30,000? I mentioned whatever the heck the was.
It was not my intention to enter this timeline.
How
Excursion, no. Possibly.
Are you functional?
Am I functional?
Yes.
My
Capable of
functionality is
movement.
currently limited. I'm missing the main network, although I have access to yours.
Oh, hi.
Olbrin system.
Referring to...
Other vessels outside. I'm currently still unable to identify them.
Are you talking about the Forgeborn ships?
Defining Forgeborn. You can hear a strange, like, glitching in the behind.
Enhanced humanoid.
Enhanced humanoid. Enhanced by
cryogen. I forget the specific
glasses.
Implantations and whatnot. So
fascinating. Additional
Giant space marines,
adversaries.
put it simply.
He doesn't know what giant space marines would be, though.
Never know.
So I'm gonna see if there's any like actual like cargo pods or anything that's not human in the ship. So I'm gonna roll perception for that, right?
Okay. Yeah, roll perception or scan.
My dice hit the other dice. Oops.
One party has been neutralized.
Party.
I'm gonna double check the floor plan again.
Okay. You don't need to roll scan or anything for it. You just detect one of the groups has been annihilated. You're not quite sure which one it was, but you are missing one.
Group?
No. You guys, by the way, I should have explained this where you're at now. You are in this vast open section of the interior of the ship. And there are cargo containers that are stretching for kilometers in a direction, and you look the other direction, same thing the other way. And you can see they are all hooked into systems from the roof and the floor of the ship, or at least this section of the ship. And they all seem to be powered.
I'm gonna go 12
Nomad.
for scan.
Who was going first? And also, what's everybody else's thoughts? Neither Ari or Amber have said much.
I don't know. It's a lot to take in. I mean, what can we do? I mean, is this what? Can I roll for knowledge on?
On what?
More than knowledge on this is more than I already know.
No, not like as to what you know about the ship, because you've never heard of this ship before or seen any tech like it. But I mean, there's cryogenic pods that are full of humans or humanoids or organic species. Or non-organic.
So is this just kind of... I don't know. What is everybody doing at this point?
I'm gonna open up one of the cryopods. I rolled a 12 for scan, by the way. So.
On what?
On scanning for like cargo.
Cargo? Yeah, you've detected some other regular cargo.
Regular cargo. Can I access it?
It's in another portion of the ship. Yeah, you're able to access it. Okay. Hopefully.
I'm gonna mark it on the mentally, and then I'm gonna try to open up one of the cryo tubes.
Okay. Ari.
For permission to get it opened.
Okay. Ari, what are you up to? You said you were asking or doing something.
I'm not sure. Point. I mean, we came on the ship to look for loot, basically, and now we found a bunch of people in cryo chambers. From a different timeline, right? I forgot. Do we know what timeline they came from?
Yeah, you would all know. So there's two timelines that this is technically possible through. Yours, and there was another one. And one of which was
AIs.
Yes. So there's one where an individual named Loki was able to beat the AI. Yes, Loki. was able to beat the AI before they were able to take over and form leader, the singular AI, that kind of controlled everybody. And a second timeline where he failed and was killed. And this has occurred.
Okay.
So these guys are from that one.
I actually played a character from said timeline.
Yep. Reish. He's part of the resistance.
I'm gonna ask.
So,
if I
are
can
we
open
in
up a
any immediate
pod.
danger?
Unknown.
I'm gonna query Nomad to open up a pod. So
It opens and you do not hear anything from Nomad.
I'm gonna look inside. And is there anything in there?
You
What's in there?
find... One second. You find a reptilian individual.
I'm going to greet him.
He's out. It was like it opened up and didn't really go through the process of unfreezing him. He's not dead.
I shouldn't have
but you can
assumed that about Nomad.
Yeah, no, he's just gonna be okay.
I
Open.
should have known that
Okay.
Nomad would just open it.
Yeah,
I'm
does
gonna
not
ask
value
Nomad
organic life.
to take the guy out of cryogenic stasis.
Okay, it closes
Or
back up
stasis.
and then runs the process for like a minute and then opens back up. And you can see a Zelokar individual who's sitting inside the tube.
I'm then going to greet him and say, "We're here to help. What are you? What happened?"
Hey!
Hey, Yahoo from another timeline. What can I do for you?
He goes, "Ooh." Yeah, and he passes out right onto your shoulder.
I seem to have a weird habit of, if only this happened to me with like girls, but it's like random reptiles. Why? It must be because I'm a lab rat.
Because he just came out of cryo for Lord knows too long.
Are you okay? Is that
Oh,
just
yeah.
me or is it everybody? Okay.
It must be the, it must be the internet.
Torin,
Yeah.
what a look
Yeah,
at your
that
face
was-
there, man.
Okay, could you repeat that, please?
Yes.
It's gonna be in the recording and it's gonna be great.
That's pretty great. Oh, man.
He's not gonna stop for a hot minute when it comes to laughing.
So I said, who knows who long he's been in cryo.
Sorry.
Your internet does not want you to get that out.
No, it does not.
One more time.
So I said he's been in cryo for wait, no.
Yeah,
Been in
Oh,
cryo
crap,
crossed
I can't even
multiple
say it
timelines.
anymore.
Okay, it's fine. I get what you mean, though.
he's been in cryo for who knows how long.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna do a real fast scan of his body matter and see if he's in fine condition, rather than potentially had any problems develop.
Yeah. We'll scan. He is cancer. No, I'm kidding.
He has stage 4 terminal cancer. I rolled a non-net 21.
Brain cancer. Not at 21. All right. He looks to be in decent condition. He's thawing.
Only decent condition. Ouch.
You can tell that these cryogenic pods are not meant to really keep them in good condition. They're just meant to keep them alive.
So what is the
Ow.
purpose of them being alive in this
It could
cryo
be,
chamber?
From what Nomad was telling us, he was doing it for like research on organics. I'm
research?
not sure what. Yeah, and then
Huh.
would exterminate all of them later on. That's the one part I don't like.
I utilize their knowledge, it states, into your guys' headsets.
So what's that stopping from him from
So you
doing that
just
to us?
access.
Nothing.
So you just access our
replies.
neurological signals.
I don't like that answer.
I do not have the equipment on this ship.
Fascinating.
I still don't like this. One group has already been
I don't like it
neutralized,
either.
right?
Proteans. I forgot about Proteans. It's been a very long time since I've seen one.
It's gonna be longer yet if you keep it up.
This is
I
true.
doubt
You may be
that
gone
will
by the end
be-
of this.
This is
Anyhow.
Nomad talking, right?
Yes.
It's not wise to argue with an AI from a future we know not of.
Then why are we on
The
the
bird is
stupid
wise.
ship? The
It is
bird
better
is an
not to
idiot
create
half the time.
enemies.
Because
Also
Antares
wise.
decided it was a good idea to board the ship.
I gave you guys. I said if you guys want to enter, you can.
Yeah, we
You
didn't know
guys
we
don't
were
want to enter.
entering this.
You could have left the pile of mysteries behind. Heck, you
To
could
be
go
fair,
back even now and ask Nomad
neither was
to
I.
open it up. I have the map here. I show him where we came from and whatnot, and say
Is the
If you want
Stellian
to
just
leave,
laying on the
leave.
ground now?
Zelakar.
Right, Salakar, sorry.
Yeah, he's
Zelakar.
resting on the shoulder of
Antares.
Antares, and he's kind of like holding
Mhm.
him there while talking with you guys.
By the way, is a Zelakar a humanoid, or I don't remember what they
Reptilian.
are. Okay, yeah, okay.
They have the
Reptilian with blunt
spines out of their
spikes
back.
protruding from them.
Oh,
Mhm.
fun.
And
They
they
generate
generate
electric
an
fields.
electrical field.
Interesting. I'm glad he didn't fall the other way.
Yeah, crack.
Well, now I'm kind of squished and
I'm
a pin
impaled.
cushion.
Oh, look, I'm impaled. I've been impaled.
Then I tell Luca, if you want to go, you feel free to go. Just ask Nomad to open up the doors.
Negative.
Exactly my point.
Ah, snap.
He has a habit of collecting, and now guess what? We're part of that collection.
Correct.
And how was... Oh.
Mm.
Hey,
Well, guess
Nomad,
what?
what you know of the convergence?
Define convergence.
I'll take that as you don't know.
An inevitable anomaly that is supposed to happen soon, apparently.
That would probably be a correct description. Alright, I'm going to try to give the Zelokar some sustenance or something, that way he's got more energy. And then I'm going to start hauling him off over to the regular cargo area, because I don't think there's much more that we could do to help. Because, I mean, we can't take all of these people, and if they're all going to be in as poor of condition as he is right now, it's not going to be good.
I currently have other things to attend to, he states, and then his signal disconnects again. And you feel the ship shake again.
We need to get
So-
off this stupid ship. I don't care what
If you
kind of
wish
mission
to,
you
you
guys
can.
want to get. He won't
Out of the main
open
hallway
the
that you guys were
doors.
standing at, you
You
see
can
this
stand at
blast
this.
of just shattering material as a large set of militant-looking folks begin to step through, and you can see several of them are glowing and almost kind of blazing with like a weird celestial-looking fire. Shouldn't exist because, you know, you're in a vacuum. You see one of the drones is being held by one of them and just being burnt by a plasma blade of some kind and then thrown off into the gravity. The gravity. Zero gravity environment. There you go. It slams against something in the distance.
Do I know who these guys are?
Oh yeah, they're definitely Forgeborn.
Figured.
Yeah.
Well, we've been discovered.
They
Hey,
point at
it's
you.
also a route out.
They go.
Me? Or
No,
him?
they're all of you.
I'm gonna walk forward with my hands behind my
I'm gonna
back.
comply.
Hands inside my robes.
Just like
you
This
see
is a better
JT.
option, I feel like, than staying here. So
JT goes, "Whoa, little dude in the middle. He's looking real dangerous."
Oh, Forgeborn are dangerous.
He's not Forgeborn. You guys kind of peer in, and you see one individual who looks actually normal, but he's wearing kind of like a blue and purple, very, very slim-fitting armor. And he doesn't seem like super equipped or anything. But Cap, you look at him and you kind of dip your mind down into like the network level, and all you see is just like beams of energy coming off of him.
Weird.
Whatever he is, it's
Do you
very
know
good at what
him?
he does, and it's network stuff.
interesting.
Do I know him?
Mm-mm.
Wait, is he Matrix?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, Matrix would be slimmer. That makes sense. Crud. I will hail them.
Don't
You
wait
attempt
for
to
no
hail
less.
him, and you get some digital
Enemy.
lines writing up onto your vision
Can I read that?
from him.
Oh, what are they?
Seems to be some form of network access happening to you. And you hear, "Welcome to the network. Stay out of the way, and we'll keep you alive."
Key?
Confirmed.
Who's the reptile?
No clue. He was in a stasis over here.
Are all of these boxes filled with them?
Yeah.
Correct. Except for on the another side of the ship, there's another set of boxes. Not sure what they're containing.
Cargo?
But this entire
Just regular cargo?
I might be regular cargo, might not be.
He makes a gesture and then points that direction. You see several different individuals start going that direction. Follow
was
us.
there another section that also had some cargo? Oh, okay. Sweet.
Nope, that was the direction that.
Do you have any intention? Do you have any intention?
Not
to save
going
these
to kill
people
you.
if possible?
We'll see. They could be good assets.
Induct them into your groups.
Better than where they are now.
That is for sure. Better than having a forced
Tested
death
on.
and no life. So.
Yes. All right. Well, you group with us. Pick up the lizard.
I'm already carrying him.
Okay, you got like. You start walking along with them, and they bring you onto the other side of the ship, which is full of just cargo containers of different kinds. And you can see they seem smaller. You can see some of the much larger individuals who are definitely Forgeborn just slam their hand into one of them and tear open the boxes instead of doing anything to just try and open them gently. You see stuff fall out of them with gravities. They're just kind of dinging everywhere and floating and drifting. One of you roll grapple.
I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe. Actually, let me look what my grapple is. Someone else better do
Everybody
that.
roll grapple.
Okay.
19 for grapple.
Nice.
21 for grapple.
21. Let's see who
How
rolls a non-nat
funny.
22.
Just a second.
Cap, it's starting again.
Funny how this works. On that
I'm
21.
also gonna see if there's a small small set of cargo that I can release. Oh, is it the Zelicon or Zelicar
Zillicar.
movable now? Like, can he? support
Yeah, he's
himself?
starting to move around. He's got a helmet on of some kind that's kept him alive, or at least a bio suit. Otherwise, he'd be suffocating. So,
Yeah, I just realized that too.
you look up as he's holding his head very gently. As part of him is exposed, but like his face is covered. He looks around. You don't look like resistance.
Can he understand me?
Um,
are you?
Ari, you reach up your hand and you grab what looks to be like a gun of some kind, and you bring it down. You can see there are 2 cards on the side of it, and it reads 9th card. And it seems
Do
to
I
be
know what that is?
Seems to be a special weapon of some kind.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask the Zilakar if he who he is and what his name is, and tell him that wherever he's from a different timeline or something than we are in.
Before I ask, you first. Because this isn't normal. Your gear doesn't look right. It's too advanced.
I am not resistance.
What are you?
What is the resistance? I am a
Me first. You first, like I
non-affiliated
said.
human being. I am a non-affiliated human being, or not human being. I'm a deck, but you get the picture.
I'm not in the right place, am I?
No.
No.
Like I mentioned, you are from a different timeline or something.
Ah. That would make more sense. I recognize your gear. My name is Raish.
I knew it. I freaking knew it. I freaking knew it!
Nice to meet you, Raish. What can I do to be of assistance?
I'm
in
not sure.
Taurus.
How many of us are there? What ship is this? I don't even
We
remember
are on
being
board
captured.
the Nomad.
It's a nomad ship. I haven't heard that name in years.
It's a AI. Which goes.
Well,
around
I know
collecting
that.
things.
I'm not saying that. Nomad himself hasn't been around for years.
Well, you are
So
part of
he's
his
around now.
collection.
You somehow were collected by him, it looks like.
Nomad's a subroutine. He's basic in comparison to the big one.
Big
Then
one?
let's not have
Big
him
one.
reach the big one.
Leader.
Let's not have him reach the big one. How do we
Well,
stop?
there is no big... We're on a different timeline, you said. This thing's disconnected.
We are.
That is correct, yes.
That's
But
really
that doesn't
good.
mean he's not going to try to reach it.
How would he reach it? How'd he get through?
He's been trying.
That's a good question.
Has he accessed your network?
Yes.
You need to destroy all the network nodes on this ship.
How?
He's gonna leak himself into the net.
My high tech, my network that I'm a part of is secure. I don't know about the Fellhammer.
No, it's not. Not from this.
I would trust Raish, for he would know more.
A
Alright,
couple
so how
months
do we
ago, I
do
was
that?
fighting this thing. There's a centralized, usually centralized network core on these things. But how much of the ship came through?
Half.
80
Half.
kilometers worth.
That's half. Yes, exactly half. What brought it through?
Broken
ring
portal?
activation.
I experienced something like that a couple months back. It was a glitch of some kind. I was able to communicate with somebody on this side. Fascinating. All right. I think I know where to go.
Wait.
Are these individuals with you? And he points at the big group who's smashing and breaking into different pieces of
No.
That'd be
cargo
nice.
containers.
Is there anything that I grab in the cargo?
All of you can roll examine.
Oh, fine.
Okay.
Wait, examine?
Alright, hold up.
Okay. Well, that's convenient.
What's up, Ari?
Guess what, Cole? The 22 is back.
Nice.
So, Raish, you say you recognize our tech.
Yes, I've seen it before.
How?
I've been on this side. Long story.
Would you care to tell us once we're out of the ship?
Perhaps later? Yes.
That's why I said out of the ship.
Sorry, I'm still waking up.
Apologies.
Be nice to him. Who knows how long he's been in there.
Well, if he
From
said a
my
few months ago.
knowledge, only less than a month.
But if you were in
how
cryogenic
long?
stasis, you would never know how long.
Exactly.
I suppose you're right.
And
No time
timelines are
frame.
relative.
It's
Oh,
true.
he's from
Because
a
in-
parallel timeline. Then if you talked to someone a few months ago, then it's likely only a few months.
Yeah, exactly parallel.
Possible. I'm not as familiar on this topic of different timelines.
Well, luckily I'm pretty well versed. But Ari, you were going to say something.
Let's get what we need to.
He's the most versed out of everyone.
I don't remember what I was gonna say, so.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, so who rolled examine?
I rolled a non-nat 20 for examine.
All right, non-nat 20 or nat 22. Nice. Nat 22 8, non-nat 20. All right. All right, the nat 20, you find what looks to be a galactic units bank. It's a pretty solid chunk of funds.
Oh, okay.
You're talking
Is
about my
there
roll,
any-
right?
Yes, the nat 22.
How much
I
goo?
thought they said nat 20.
Sorry, nat 22. Roll a d20.
Watch me get a nat 1. That's a 14.
Multiply by 2.
28.
28,000. Sorry, not 28,000. 2,800 galactic units. A little bit less. The non-nat 20.
About to say that's insanity compared
Yeah,
to
it
ours.
is.
Like what the heck?
Yeah, no, you guys are the non-nat 20. You're able to identify some different physical technology. It looks to be some armor plating.
I'm rich.
I'll let you choose what kind of armor you find. But whatever it is, it's 2 marks ahead of what you have on right now.
Oh, nice. If only it were shields.
I mean, would you like a shield instead?
Can I?
We'll make it a shield instead.
Yeah.
It'll be an interweave Mark III. Ari, you're able to find that, of course, that weapon that you have in your hands now, 9th card, as well as, what would it be that your character would like?
I am not entirely sure.
She's an information seeker. Would she like a data pad?
Yeah, I'd like that.
All right. You find a data pad through the rummaging through the junk that they're throwing just out of these boxes as they're tearing through them and trying to find more valuable things.
Can I also look for some information as well? So.
Luca, you find 200 galactic units, as well as a small sidearm.
Galactic units?
Hmm?
How many galactic units?
200.
Sorry, I didn't. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
Is Rich still equipped with the gear he had from when I played him?
Nope. He's missing
Dang.
everything. He's only in his biosuit. And you're able to find a small sidearm of some kind as well, Luca.
Okay. Sidearm at.
Hmm?
What would I put that like in? Would I put that in my inventory?
You can put it in inventory or you can
Sidearm?
put it in your weapons, but you don't currently know if it's even working.
Okay, I'll put it in the weapons for now.
Okay.
I rolled a 20 for grapple.
Grapple. Okay.
I should specify a nat 20. Sorry.
That grapple was to grab the 9th card, so it's all right.
Okay. All right. I mean,
That was the
so
original
then,
grapple.
Okay. Then a secondary grapple.
Gapple.
Grapple. To either grab some cargo, a cargo box that I can.
You find a cargo cube of some kind, but you don't know what's in it.
Okay.
It is sealed. JT seems to have plucked a rifle out of the air. The not air.
Then I'm gonna. I don't know what the cargo cube has, so I'm gonna scan the internals of the cargo cube.
Nothing that you can see. Seems to be blocked.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'm gonna then snag a little data pad if possible. So.
Okay. You weren't able to grab another data pad. In fact, Nezrin grabs it before you do.
I am unable. Okay. Got it.
You're like reaching toward it, and she goes snag, and starts flipping through it.
Chemicals or
Actually,
chemistry things
are
to be
there
found?
any?
Yeah, you find some different chemicals and items that you don't recognize, and you're able to pull those into your inventory. Just put them down as 20 random chemicals.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So cool. Is it fine if I try to do a network, passive network information gathering from whatever data might be on terminals that are no longer, you know?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll sense to see if there's even anything you could get.
Got it.
Curious.
Also, another non-nat 20.
Nice. Okay. You
You're collecting.
you're able to grab some data from different individual little data pads floating around, but it's all a whole bunch of little bits of information that make one big chunk of information.
Okay, can I run
Put
it
that
through,
down
like,
in
a
your
parser or an
inventory.
analyzer?
Huh?
I
What?
was thinking, could I run that through a parser or an analyzer?
Yeah, we'll have it in your inventory for the time being before we waste all of our time dishing out loot. Put it down as multiple small pieces of alternate timeline information.
Oh, this means I can read Rachel's story.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, sounds good.
I knew that story would come in handy.
Rish goes, "Are you done?"
Yes, I am.
I think so.
Okay, good. Follow me. And he starts to walk up the other direction, and you hear, "Hey!"
I ask him, "Do you want a weapon?"
You hear over your comms. He goes, "I've got a weapon."
I then answered Fahey.
You turn
Yes.
around from your comms, not in voice, of course, because there's no air. And you see the Matrix look at you and go, "Where are you going?"
Trying to find our way back to our ship.
Roll deception.
I'm just gonna continue to follow Rach with my hands behind my back.
Okay.
I had to re-roll that. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Gosh dang it, I need to move some of the stuff that I've got on my table here. Would this be considered a bluff, or...
Would you call it bluffing?
mean, not really, because I'm trying to get back to my ship. So.
Are you trying to get back to your ship, or are you trying to cut off network access? Oops. You're not really bluffing, though.
Yeah. So why would I be rolling deception in this case?
I thought you were rolling deception because you're trying to go to the network center for the ship.
Oh, well, I mean, we're also, like, following, what's his... Oh, well, true, I guess I am kind of rolling deception, but at the same time, I'm, like, using that
You're
as a
like
means
very
to get
truthful about it.
Yeah, if that's not what you intended,
So,
then
would it be a bluff?
no. Bluffing is,
Okay.
I got a gun, and you don't have a gun.
You're like
In that
half
case, I roll a
deceiving.
16 for deception.
What?
16 deception.
16 deception, okay. Okay. He goes, uh-huh, and turns around.
I guess I walk off and then, yeah.
All right, you guys continue down and start following Raish.
No, I've been following him.
Yeah. Does Nezrin and Luca also follow?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys start following Raish down. And you can see there's some lights and shaking coming from down one of the hallways as you're passing it, heading kind of deeper into the main tunnels of this ship again. And you watch more drones getting thrown from side to side and shooting their own beams of energy and weaponry at what seems to be their adversary, and their adversary just proceeds to punch right through the center of them and continue walking as another Forge-born individual steps forward, but doesn't seem to care much for you guys. You guys continue down. And you walk into this very large center with these tons of tubes and wires and connections connect this kind of crystalline structure in the middle. And you're literally not able to see anything except network activity in this room. Both JT and you.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So you literally have to, like, turn that part of your brain off.
Yeah. That would hurt. Overload.
Yeah. Your guys' armor is kind of humming from being in this room. You hear, welcome to the network center. Is there a reason you're here?
Who's saying this?
That was Nomad.
Okay.
I'm gonna say sightseeing. Passing through.
Relaying false information will not get you anywhere. Why are you in this room? Your ship is the other
Exploration?
direction if you want it out.
I'm sorry, I hadn't consulted my map in a while. So I was sightseeing. And then your information overload right here absolutely punched a hole through my brain.
Raish kind of looks
I
at
had to
you
turn
like,
that off.
really? He goes, I don't think he can hear me, but this system right here is his network center, obviously. We need to
And he can
disconnect
hear
this
you.
main pylon.
I suggest we do so.
Honestly, not sure.
I'm gonna roll
But we're
perception
here.
on it.
All right.
Actually, wait. Scan, really, right? Or which? Scan or examine? Or
You could
I'm
roll
confused now.
perception. Perception in this case.
Okay.
Examining
Perception.
something, physically examining something with your hands, or like reading a book.
Perception as
You can roll
well.
perception. Okay. Yeah, whoever would like to can fully do so.
Oh, come on. Snake eyes, really?
"19 perception."
Okay. Okay. 19 for non-nat 21 and a nat 21. Dang. All right. Everybody pretty much knows what they're doing except for Luca, who's like, I don't touch this stuff.
No. She's too much of a protean. She's like, "I'm a Buffus."
Actually, that's where you're wrong. Proteans are very intuitive.
I know, but I'm
He's
saying like
also very
Luca's not that kind of
techie and
person.
everything too. He's very techie. That's
I
where
know.
he's at.
You're like,
And Amber can't find D20s, right? Her actual D20s, so she's kind of screwed.
Luca's like, usually this would be my thing.
No.
But it's not today.
I've been insulted by an
Somehow
AI.
the bird.
Ugh.
The bird is
So-
somehow doing tech stuff.
Otherwise, you all kind of find that there seems to be a central power core that's kind of connected to this device. It's not being fed a ton of energy.
Does it have a weak point?
Do we know what type of power core it is? Do I have to roll knowledge?
You wouldn't know anyway. It's not running on a lot of power either. Seems to be something kind of wrong with it.
Is there a weak point to it?
The connection point between it and the central pylon.
I'm going to maneuver my way up.
Climb up. Well, I mean, technically,
Not
you can just
necessary-
float up.
And I
Yeah.
can guide myself better with my wings, so.
Okay. You deactivate your your mag boots and you start drifting up. You're kind of like holding your wings out just to see if you can stabilize yourself, and it's pretty useless.
Have
You
it,
use
though.
them kind of to support you against these two beams that are kind of stretching across the room, and you're sitting there like this. And you can see there is a connection point on the main network antenna, I guess you could say.
I caused an explosion by sheer accident by absolutely nailing that Shinjin in the hip. I'm gonna go ahead and see if they'll work on this.
You sure you don't want to physically disconnect it rather than use like brute force and accuracy?
This is more like he doesn't care. He's more naive than a lot of people with experience.
That's true.
However,
I mean,
if you want to
isn't
talk
very familiar with
about
tech, anyways, so
if you want to talk about omnipotence
not
and whatnot,
keep it?
he's not quite so naive.
Everybody else roll tech
Ew.
save.
frack.
For what?
Technology save.
Where is that?
Beneath the skills. It's a skill save.
Okay. Ah, okay. I just accidentally popped into Torin's thing. That's disturbing. Where is it? Oh my gosh.
Your tab literally says your name.
Yes, I know, not that, smart Alec.
It's so your skills.
Do I roll a
and then beneath the
d20
skills.
with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, would I roll a
Wait,
d22
I
or
forget.
no?
I don't
Might as
think I
well.
have-
It's not. It's not. You're not trying to like damage it. You're just trying to roll for the skill.
Wait, when leveling up, do I also get +2 for defensive rolls?
Yes, you do.
Shoot, I forgot to distribute that.
I'm just freaking cursed.
Well, how would I add it up then?
Never mind. I
Don't
did.
roll
I'm just
damage.
stupid.
Just roll the skill.
Alright.
With the weapon. Like the weapon bonus.
Actually, that's kind of funny how that works out. I should get it perfect with the d6s.
Do I roll my d20 with my tech save?
Yes.
Okay.
Got 8, 16, non-nat 22. And
The curse, Luca.
16.
16.
Okay. So you draw back your arrow. What was your roll for that? If you put it down. That was a non-nat 22. That's what it was. All right. So you go, and you shoot it off, and it kind of, flings out of your bow, kind of oddly because there's no air. But it's a light arrow anyway. It doesn't really matter all that much. You hit it right in the connection point, and you can see the tube that goes and connects to it. Just goes and like disconnects from it. You can see all these different energy fields and stuff kind of like warping around it. And you see the main like helix that is the antenna start to fade and fade and fade. Luca, your own suit reads network access breached on your gear. Upload initialized.
Oh no, that's not good.
External entity has entered the suit.
Guys.
And your armor
There's
starts to just kind of move on its own. You just kind of like, you're
there's
trying to
something in
stop
my
it and it
suit.
starts to move around.
Guys, there's something in my suit.
You hear in your armor, "Hello, Protean," as the Nomad
Suit.
AI has joined you.
The Nomad hacked your suit?
Yeah, he's in my
Hey,
suit and he's talking to me. Thank you, Mom.
That's not
Sorry.
creepy at all.
Oh. Guys, get this armor off me.
We can't take off your armor. We're in a
I'd rather
vacuum.
die than be trapped with this thing.
Then you
You
may
know.
have to die, it states. And you see a pistol, like it draws your new sidearm off of your side. And then kind of looks
Guys.
at it for a moment, then pulls it back and cocks it.
I will
This
proceed
is
to...
not good.
Shoot, I can't do that. I'm going to disable the pistol with my sidearm.
Okay, you bring up your sidearm to
my
try and shoot it down. Everybody else besides Luca, roll tech save.
Okay.
Okay.
No, stay on
This
the
is
desk.
exciting.
D20.
So in this case, I would also be rolling
Yeah.
a nat 20 with mine? Or would
Yes,
this be
a 20,
oh,
not
yes,
a nat
a
20 with yours. Well, I mean, unless you roll
Not
nat 20.
20. I was one off for a nat 20.
19.
But I need
12,
to include my skill rolls
17.
here, so...
I just realized I probably am a less techie person on this vessel right now.
Probably. So you got 12, 17, and waiting on Cap. Which is a 19 plus whatever you rolled additionally. I'm listening to a song from a music producer named Bad Computer. It's kind of ironic.
This is madly appropriate.
All
so
right.
I got a non-nat 21.
Yep. All right. Ari,
Mm-hmm.
your suit then starts to kind of jitter a little bit, as you read more text come up on your screen. It states upload detected.
Shut down your
Hey,
armor.
I'm gonna shut down a lot of my systems now.
All right.
Except
Are
Can
you
I-
gonna
can-
shoot the sidearm out of her hand?
I will. Yep.
All right.
I don't want to lose a crew.
Shoot it.
Roll.
I don't care.
Roll accuracy. With D20.
Something's
not rolling
uploading
damage.
to my suit.
I just rolled accuracy. I just rolled accuracy. Cool.
Plus weapon
That's
bonus.
what my 21 was. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I thought that's what your tech save was.
Oh. You didn't ask me to roll my tech
I said
save.
everybody except.
Can I
Luca
remove
roll tech
myself
save.
from the network?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Roll systems really quick.
Try that, or am I still like
Can I
completely
also do
screwed?
that as well?
Yeah, you're still connected. Your suit's still under control. What'd you say?
Can I disconnect myself?
Well, hold on. Give me a second. So you bring up your pistol, you go and shoot it out. Shoot her new sidearm out of her hand, and you can see the weapon, like the suit, then brings it up like this, and then like you see the finger like click, and there's no gun in her hand anymore, and then brings it back down, kind of looks at his hand again.
I don't think
Luca's
this is
just
gonna
kind
do
of like,
anything,
oh.
but here we go.
17 systems. All right. You disconnect yourself from the network, and you see the download then halts, and your suit stops shaking, and you feel the download not complete,
Okay,
and
good.
you are back in full control of your armor again.
Somebody get
I'm
my
going to
staff off
isolate
my
my
back.
tech systems, and as well as shut down whatever connection I've got.
Okay,
other
what are
than,
you
like-
using on tech systems for? The systems roll.
What do you mean?
What are you using systems roll for if you're using the isolator?
I'm using it on myself,
Okay, gotcha.
and then I'm going to. Can I roll to isolate, whatever's on her armor, Luca's armor? Can I apply
You
that to
feel
Luca's armor?
you try to isolate yourself, but there's a breach in your isolation, and you see an upload begin.
Tech save, I guess now.
All right, tech save. Yep. Same with you there, Torin. Tech save it up.
Well, that's convenient. I cannot be touched.
Oof. Nat 21
Uh-oh.
and 5.
Oh.
right. So instead of doing anything techie, you just decide to unplug literally your network access card. You just go and you take it out and crush it in your hand and throw it down. And you're just like, nope, I'm not having any of that. Cap, you feel your suit then begin to shudder
There's
and,
this me.
shake.
He's like,
I then, yeah, I'm gonna alert them. Hey guys, I might have some problems here.
Yeah,
and
your
I'm
suit
just
has definitely
wondering,
been taken over.
what the heck is going on?
Roll initiative, folks.
All of us?
All of you.
Crap.
Why do I feel like this is not gonna go well for me?
Oh no. Oh,
Where is initiative again?
what is
Initiative is your flat d20 roll plus your reflex. And it's just the
Okay.
reflex number. I think
So
we'll
you
probably
don't roll
eventually
for
like
it.
have an actual initiative like stat.
Which
Actually, scratch that. I gave the wrong number.
For what?
Initiative. Hold on.
Oh, you're good. I
So
wasn't
it's
reading
a
it.
d20 plus
I mean, it's the
R.
highest you can get is a 23, depending on your race. Which I guess kind of makes sense.
I like how you had it based off of agility originally, but
Yeah, but I feel like reflex itself is such a base for everything that it works much, much better. Although we could make it so it's a
Yeah.
D6 additional roll, like the wins, or, you know, whatever. But
What is it? It's our base number for reflex.
it should be.
Yeah, so
it
the
should say
2 that's
reflex
right next
and
to
the number right
reflex,
next
you
to it.
use that.
Yep.
yours is a
In
reflex
fact, for you, I
based
believe
out
it's
of
a 3.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Dang Proteans.
And so if a Protean rolls an at 20, you go first no matter what, essentially.
I have a 23.
Until someone matches your
Dingus.
roll.
Nice.
Nice.
Not 22. Cap.
I got a non-nat 20.
Non-nat 20. The higher the worse in your situation. It really is. Alright, so. Okay, so what did everybody actually roll? Because I see multiple rolls here for some people.
19.
23.
19. Oh. Should we roll a d6? Ari?
Hmm.
See who goes first for us.
Sure. I got a 1.
Oof.
I got a 6.
So, Cap, you rolled a 22.
I'm gonna
No,
put
I rolled a 20 for
colon
initiative. Mine's at the very bottom now.
6.
Thank you. Luca was a nat 23. Dang!
The only good roll I've had tonight, I swear.
Yeah, well, that's good. It's really is the, well, okay, never mind. In your situation, it's bad.
My point.
Man.
Hopefully I don't wind up a dead person.
Gonna kill the whole party?
So, Morak or Nezrin, who rolled higher?
I rolled higher.
Okay.
I put a colon 6 for my d6 roll since I said d6.
Doing great, fellas. Doing great. All right. There is initiative.
Cool.
I have a
What about
question.
JT? And
Sure,
Rage?
Oh yeah,
JT.
we need JT and Raish.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about them.
Also, speaking of
NPCs,
which,
man.
I'm sorry, but I remember this.
Speaking of which, for Intaris, what will
Yeah.
he be doing if he rolls initiative? Will he be attacking his crewmates, or will he be?
Yep.
Ah, shoot.
They'll
I
get a
mean,
tech
it's
save,
kind
though.
of like his brain's getting.
His armor's
attacked.
fighting him. Not he. He's not fighting himself.
However, I do have cybernetics in my brain,
Yep. Could be worse.
so this is like. Ugh. So I guess I'm like
I mean,
battling it
technically,
all the
you
way
could
up.
like connect to your armor and shut it down if you roll high enough.
If I can.
Well, let's just say that they didn't roll super hot. Super hot. There we go.
This is not good.
No. It's
Rage,
really
you
not.
Used to be better than this.
Raish just woke up from a cryogenic nap, okay?
I know.
So for my
Okay.
first tech save, will I be rolling a d20 with it, or will I
Yes.
just be rolling?
No, you'll be rolling d20 versus their systems. Luca, it is your turn, which means you get the pleasure of attacking your friends.
Do I have to roll
I feel like
for
it's more
that?
Yep, it's all you.
Oh gosh, let's hope my curse of bad rolls keeps going.
I'll let you do tech save first.
Okay. We know how that went last time.
Hey, who knows?
This
Maybe
is
your
this
tech
time.
skills will kick in now that you're in a threat.
Yep.
Not particularly, it's mostly because I don't
How many-
actually have a d20. Okay, so for...
Shiny.
Non nat
JT
20.
Jontron.
Non-nat 20.
Woohoo.
Nat 20. No, I'm kidding.
Ow.
That would have sucked.
Yeah, it would have. But no, your weapons, you're bringing your staff off of your back and you split it into the two blades and start, like, you flip them around and you start kind of like moving up on, actually on Raish first. And you're just about to start swinging, and then you're in your suit and you're interfacing with a whole bunch of stuff, and you're like, nope, 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 and then you deactivate your main, like, network card on your suit, and all of a sudden you go, and you just start drifting, and you've disconnected.
Is it out of my suit, or is it,
Yep.
like, still there?
Nope, it is out.
Luca just kind of, like, shakily, like, pulls back, like, what the heck?
Yeah, you're just floating right now. Your whole armor went through a reset. You went and turned it off and on again.
And here I am just floating above everyone.
Yep. And Taurus.
Okay, I'm gonna roll tech save first.
All right.
You know what?
Oh no.
I originally had Q to roll earlier, and it wound up with a 4, but because someone's roll was, like, completely nuked their system, I'm gonna be absolutely mean and stick with that, rather than rolling.
I hope you break free, Cap.
I hope I don't.
6.
I want to see how this rolls.
Oh no. Okay. Oh.
Otherwise,
no,
otherwise it was going to be an 18 for tech save.
Why wouldn't
That's
you
what I
take
would've
it?
Otherwise, just rolled. Because I want to see how this plays out.
Well, I'll give you an option because I rolled something very bad. Very bad. Like
dead character?
Okay. Like you're a network
I just want to at
being
least
kind of
contain
character.
it. I want to at least contain it right now. Can we focus on that? Because I do want to see what happens. I'm sorry, but I want to see what happens.
I
wanna
will
see if,
I will
like, my
tell you
arm
what would have
peaks
happened
or something.
if you want to take the best one that you actually rolled.
Yeah, I'll take the best
instead
one
of
that I
fudging
actually
it
rolled.
bad.
Darn it! I want to fudge it
I
bad,
will
though.
tell you what would have happened. I rolled a nat 20. So you would have been gone. You would have been, like, Nomad would have, like, into your brain bad. Because you're in network. You're a networked human. You're a network deck. So you would have been very, very gone. If not gone, very, very damaged. I still rolled a nat 20.
Oof. So it's
So
like he gains +2 on something. I don't know.
yeah,
how.
you're
Or what?
you are locked out of your armor. You can feel it's trying to interface with your mind and it's unable to.
Ah, crap. Well, what does my armor do?
Well,
I'm assuming it's target someone.
yep, it's going to attack Luca.
Alright, I'll roll for that.
Come on.
He lost control of
Hey,
you.
it doesn't like rejection. Come on,
Yeah.
I know.
seriously. I mean, you don't want to give him a hug? I mean, seriously, come on.
Rather punch him in the face.
Well, you've got decently good skills, and I don't think Antares is going to be schwacking you too bad.
What
We don't
weapon
know
am I
that.
using, Cole?
What weapons do you have, Antares?
Oh no.
I've got deadly weapons. You should know this.
I
That's
have
true.
a stick. I'll just poke you in the head.
Let me look here.
I've got my quantum bolt. I've got my blitz rifle. I've got my forged dagger, and then I've got my projection one that we haven't configured yet because I didn't get stats on it. Projection dagger.
All right. You instead of pulling out a weapon, you pull out a smart node, and it's instantly configured in your hand and thrown up at Luca. And it
dang.
latches onto her armor, and her armor is instantly EMP'd.
Which means,
Oh,
no.
dang.
Means all of your biosuit function gone, and it's going to be for 3 turns.
Does that mean
Oh,
I'm basically
dang.
suffocating?
Yep.
Oh, dang. I'd never thought of that application of this. This is actually a really... Okay, well, I now have 5 smart nodes left.
That's one action. Second action. It's going to instead target Morak, because you disconnected the network.
With the blitz.
And it's going to chuck another one at you. And I didn't have you roll for dodge since you were just drifting there, but I am indeed... I'm actually going to have...
I'm gonna go with the
Morak.
reaction and
Yeah, go
try
with
shooting
reaction.
smart node as he throws it.
Yeah, just... Yeah, go ahead. That is not a d20. What is your accuracy?
I know, it's an attack.
3. Smart node. No bonuses.
Yep, no bonuses.
This is 7 is 2.
And no damage on this one. You're simply rolling against his skill.
So skill versus skill, no d20.
Yep. No d20. Yeah, no d20. If that were the case, I'd be rolling a d20 too. But if I can do that, actually, I probably would be because I'm not doing damage. D20 it is. You as well.
Yep, that makes sense. Oh, dang, he got a perfect, though. He got a perfect accuracy.
So I'm rolling a d20 now, right?
Yeah. Perfect 5. Which means you get a 7.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to beat a accuracy from a smart node any day.
Rolling d20 with it. Nat 20 plus 7 equals nat 27. I rolled a nat 20. I rolled a nat. I rolled a nat 20. Holy crap. That's epic. That's nutso, man.
Morak is the master of archery as well.
Yeah, he flips it out, programs it, and instantly like throws it. Perfect shot, and it would have landed like right on your head or something too. But you like flip yourself around very slightly and just very lightly shoot this arrow so it doesn't hit him. It just goes ping and bounces off. And as it does, you rolled a nat 27. It latches itself onto the network pylon and discharges.
Oof.
Shocking the entirety of the main network. EMP
even better.
Everything.
Main
and,
system EMP, baby.
Cap, you are released.
Morak with the save of a lifetime.
I could do this all day.
Oh, man.
You are released. Dang, that was good, man.
Very nice. Very nice.
But you do
I'm
have a
so
suffocating Luca just kind of drifting there.
Can
I
someone
know, should
connect
do something about
to
that.
her?
Yeah, she's kind of dying.
Empower her.
Do I have control back?
Yes, you are given control
Yes.
back.
Can we connect power to her soon at all? Or...
Hey, we should totally
Yeah.
like connect that one like power generator directly to her and overload her system.
Wow, very nice of you. I like
that
this
actually
dice.
would be kind of funny.
It likes me.
Oh no, this is not good. Cole. Please designate that one.
I
as
didn't
your
roll yet.
nomad dice.
But there we go. When that EMP goes off, you see the entire room then flashes red as the lights all shift tone. And you start hearing sounds.
What type of sounds?
Sound in general. You start hearing sound. You start hearing things like burp, 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 and that's starting to get louder and louder and louder. And you start hearing
why is there?
You start hearing like rushes of air, and then suddenly
there
gravity. You are all now back to the ground again. Its gravity is at 1. 1G. 1G.
Yeah.
And there is now atmosphere.
Oh crap! We're sinking towards atmosphere, aren't we?
No, but there's no atmosphere in the ship.
No.
No, because we wouldn't have gone straight to 1G. Because it would have been a gradual change.
Yeah, you guys are drifting up there, and then all of a sudden, to the ground.
Something must have
Okay.
been programmed.
That sudden. But there's atmosphere. I can glide down.
You wouldn't have expected it, but go ahead and roll
True.
a reflex save.
Good thing I have a good reef.
Fail.
Can I
I'm
help-
gonna go over
can
to
I help Luca remove
and
his
open up
suit?
her helmet.
Yeah, you
don't
kind of
open her
peel off
suit.
his helmet. JT
And
and
then-
Racer just both kind of like balancing and grabbing onto something, and they are rebalanced. You rip off the helmet, and there's a, and then Luca goes.
You always say you have fun times with us. I mean, I guess this is kind of fun, right?
I'm gonna kill you in Taurus.
You decided to join us.
I think you'll have to get in line for that one.
Dang. I mean, especially since you were more. Okay. Thank you.
You hear over the comms of the ship now. Main systems breached. You will not be taking my cargo. They are
No one
for
cares,
research
Nomad.
purposes.
Either A, we need to go save a bunch of people, which Fellhammer will probably be the best bet, or B, go back to the ship and try to not get attacked by drones.
Well, I don't think we have the resources to remove every single person
We
from the
can't.
ship.
We
Yeah,
can't free them
would
all.
never be able to. So
JT says, what we could do is we could use my ship, cutting beam the exterior, and drag out as many cargo containers of people as we can.
this is true.
They don't have to
Let's do
breathe.
it.
Their own,
Because
as long as they're
do
powered.
need them disconnected.
And they
Yes,
have
so long
suits
as
on.
They're disconnected from
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay.
Raish goes, I vote this.
All right.
I'm
Let's
assuming a lot of them are probably your crew.
Yes,
Do
exactly.
we have to roll fate to find out whether or not?
Which means
we
your
run
ship
into
might actually be
drones?
aboard this vessel if
I
we're
doubt
lucky.
it. They don't keep ships.
Fair.
Sorry, what were you saying
By
there?
the way,
Cap?
Do we have to roll a d? Do we have to roll fate to see if we run into drones on our way back to the ship?
I'm gonna say they're far more occupied with much more reasonable.
But we did go to the
issues.
But we did go to the central AI core,
Not AI core, network core.
network core.
Yeah. No, there's much more necessary locations to protect. But if you do see any drones along the way, there's one like flying towards you. You see a Fellhammer shot just bam as it's blasted into smithereens against the wall.
And I yell, "I love you guys!" like a random Texan.
I love you guys. And you see the Matrix that
And
you
I'll
spoke
see
to
you
earlier.
next time.
He goes, "Did you shut off the network?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
And now I'm going to my ship like I told you.
He says the thing almost made me attack them.
Well, you're welcome.
He does a
I
bow.
just saved all our butts.
You're very humble, he says as you sprint past him.
Ciao. Use
You
your
all-
superhuman speed.
You all receive a contact card for this individual matrix.
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
respect.
Who is he?
I'll tell you his name later. I can't remember it right now. I can't think of it, but you are given a contact card for this special individual, specific individual.
Schnazzy.
You guys all sprint out back to your main seal, and you see Era standing on the ship's side, and he's like, "Ha! Come on, guys!"
Wait. We were able to open the door? It opened?
The door
Wow.
was, yes, the door opened.
Were we able to free people?
Well, you guys haven't freed
Now
anybody
that's what
yet.
we
You
have
have
to
to
do
get to
now.
the ship.
We have to go ship and.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm gonna run inside the ship and start powering everything back on.
All right.
What do we find inside the ship? Just.
Oh, this is our ship.
because- Yes.
That's your ship.
I know.
Oh,
but,
yeah. Oh, what?
Right,
that's a good question.
You can see the Tarai has been actually like tied to the wall, as well as his face is just like attached. Because he wouldn't shut up.
What?
No, I think that was perfect.
Yeah, and like his wings are just like individually strapped to different parts of like the wall.
Mm.
Oh, this is so hilarious. I love that.
JT goes,
I'm gonna go power
Nice.
up the ship. Power up the ship now.
This is gonna be perfect inside the cap.
yeah, you run inside and you start flipping different switches as different sections of the ship now start coming on. You hear the as different things come online. The ship then undocks.
Oh, I'm gonna
the
hail the
seals.
nearest Fellhammer ship and alert them that we are working to help keep
Try us,
passengers
ship.
alive.
You even attempt to hail them, they instantly hail you as soon as the ship starts turning on.
Oh, sweet, awesome.
Unidentified ship, identify yourself instantly.
I give them the Matrix contact card and say, "Ask him. We're working with you guys."
There's a pause.
Affirmative.
And then the hail ends.
Sweet. See, guys, I can solve problems, even though I create problems. Remember?
Solve problems after I create problems.
It's very inefficient, but it sometimes works, and we get more out of it.
Gosh.
Oh man.
What vessel was it?
Which one?
Was it
Which
Matrix
vessel?
vessel or Forgeborn?
It was a Forgeborn vessel.
Forgeborn. Yeah, so now they're happy with us again. So yay.
Happy with
So
you.
now we're gonna. Yeah.
Mm.
Now I guess I roll pilot here, right?
No. JT,
Or is JT
sits down
gonna
on the
control
pilot
some-
seat as soon as you try, and he goes, co-pilot. And then
Roger.
the ship drifts upwards.
Hey, do you want me to go throw one of the random fellow or hey, do any of you guys want to volunteer to control one of the laser beams, mining beams, whatever?
I have
cutting
an idea.
beams?
You do it, he says. And then
Okay.
he starts flying
what
the
you
ship
get for trying to
kind of
volunteer us.
match. He matches the location of the layout scan that you took. He goes, actually, just all of you.
Lucas
you.
just like passed out on the floor right now and like hardly like breathing.
Yeah,
He's
just,
not moving.
I like breathing.
I
He-
can
he's
only
not
be
moving anytime
accurate
soon.
For so much.
Yeah, even the Churai who's like strapped to the wall goes.
Can you just like reach over and kick him with his foot like really hard?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you grab his little like insectoid foot and you just kind of wrench back whatever it is that you think might be important. And he goes, and then like kind of just tries to stop moving, like just hunkers up a little bit.
Okay. Uncle.
All right, do I need to roll accuracy here for about how well we do it? Because I don't want to kill anybody, but you know, who knows what'll happen.
All right. Well, Yeah, you guys, I'm going to say you're just kind of all on different separate cutting beams. You all and just shoot different beams and start opening up these sections of the the ship. As, actually, Raish, who's now on co-pilot seat, is like running scans and stuff, and he goes, "There's some big batteries in that ship, and they're going overcharged." He's trying to blow it up.
What
We need to
would
get people
the
out.
impacts of this? Okay.
Oh, I suggest we hoy.
Agreed.
Can I roll for accuracy here?
No,
that
actually,
matrix and
all of
them
you roll
know.
d4.
D4. Okay.
A
And-
D4? Do I
A
have
d4.
one? I don't
I got a 4 on my D4.
Nice.
I don't know
I didn't
if
say
I
it
have
was
a
what that
7
means,
D4.
but
I got a 3.
3. All right, everybody put their d4 roll in chat.
Got a 1. Of course, I'm still cursed, whether we're rolling that or anything else.
You can roll to like communicate with the Forgeborn or something to see if they can help, or it's up to you. Nobody's currently done that. They love.
Okay.
Cool.
Luca's probably not going to be that one.
Philhammer
Thanks,
love me.
Swallow.
All right. 4, 3,
I'm gonna
1,
tell them.
and 4. All right. As you
I'm
guys
gonna
are,
give them an alert about the Fellhammer. Well, about the overloading batteries.
okay, you receive affirmative, and that's it.
And then I'm gonna say, suggestion, cut out the cryo
We do not
tubes, that
take
way they can survive.
suggestions.
But continue.
You're welcome. Useful tools are in the cryogenic section. Suggestion, please secure your useful tools.
The hail ends. You see just this massive tractor beam pull the side of the ship and the cargo out as it just rips the chunks right off of it.
That works.
Cap, you are able to evacuate 4 different containers. Ari, you grab 3. Luca is still trying to recover and is manning a manning laser, but manages to grab 1. And Morak grabs 4.
Yeah.
And you guys individually tractor beam them out, and they just kind of slowly drift that direction, as well as other ships from the system start grabbing them and pulling them out, as there's a massive evacuation occurring.
Yay, guys, we get to save thousands of people's lives today. We're awesome.
Out of 1.35 million, by the way.
It's something though.
It is. We'll see how many they're saved.
I wonder how many of them are gonna still be fine after this traumatic event that something happened to them, maybe.
As you guys are sitting here, you can see this thing start to... There's sections of it that are starting to glow very, very brightly. And there's these explosions that start splitting these different parts of the ship just upward and downward as these chunks now start flying off as batteries are overcharged and explode. You can see several different people are flown off or beamed up as more batteries explode this direction and that direction as beams of white light just incinerate parts of the ship, like 1/16 of the ship at each explosion.
Is it self-destructing?
Yep.
Wow. That's a huge amount of that ship that's now destroyed.
Are we gonna get out of here?
Yeah, you guys are backing up in the ship. There's this strange yellow aura that's starting to not encapsulate, but it's like forming up behind the vessel's structures. It's like blowing into pieces. And you can see this small individual machine sitting back behind the ship.
Is it the Verge?
Yep. Zooming in, it looks to be the Verge that you've met earlier. You can see this glowing orange and gold light as a glitch of some kind seems to start forming out from it, and the ship begins to pull itself back in.
Interesting.
Explosions ripping itself apart. But as the last bit of it kind of pushes through, the fracture, the glitch closes, and the verge vanishes.
Huh.
Weird.
And there's just chunks of the ship remaining here.
Very weird. I don't think we want to go for round 2, do we?
You guys are just drifting there at this point.
Guys.
Just kind of glares at you like, really?
All right, folks, where to? Says JT.
I suggest we find out where the monks are.
Still with the monks.
Yes.
Can you blame him? Oh, and then I also offer a thank you to Zol or Zor. Zol? Zor?
Zol.
Zol. Zol.
For me,
Yeah.
it's sore, so.
Sore, Zol, yeah.
For his.
I vote to go
for
back to
his protection
Unifica,
today.
but that's just me.
Well, if you want to stop there, we can.
We can leave system in this
We should-
thing.
We could do. Well, let's first off help Morak out. Because I know he's been wanting to visit these guys for a while, so who knows? We'll learn a lot. So.
All right.
No, I might as well put away my mission. I suggest we help Raish, as he's out of time.
There's not exactly
true.
much you can do in this situation, unless you want to send me back. But I don't really want to go back now, knowing what happened to me. And I'd like to help my people, but I can't help them like this. And if that has happened, it might happen again.
Very well.
So, what's the plan here now?
Well,
To the
we could
monks.
find out the monks.
What's closer, the monks or Unifica?
Unifica's like right
Unifica.
next door.
How about we go to
Well-
Unifica and
Hit stop.
regroup?
Yeah.
There might be monks there
That's
as well.
true. We
Very
do
well.
need to figure out where they went, so. Well, there'll definitely be news, I'm sure. So
All right.
I'm
You
gonna
guys fly back,
tap into the local feeds.
and you dock up at Unifica as your ship is then repaired. And JT and you all step out, and Raish is kind of like looking around. I forgot what civilization was like. It's been a while.
Wait,
If you'd like, you could join us for a bit. We're kind of a messy, chaotic crew, in case you can't tell. I don't even know
Points at
who's
you and
actually a
Taurus.
part of us.
If we go
What?
anywhere, I will join you leaving the system. But from that point, I believe I will need to be dropped off somewhere.
Sounds good. If you want to share anything along the way, feel free to do so.
What is there to share? My world is populated by my rabid AI. And their goal is to extract and exterminate humans, Radrians, Zavlians, Zalos, anything.
Impressive. What for? The universe
Information
knows
become
up
a
and
all-
world of
destruction.
AI.
But when there is nothing, what will they do?
That is not my worry.
That is true.
Perhaps you can tell us about your adventures.
We shall see. But we are at Unifica now. What is it you all wish to do?
Well, we just should gather supplies, get you armored up. Do you still have all your data with you?
Yes. I have an implant.
By chance, do you know anyone?
Here?
Yes, you said you've been here before.
I do know someone. You might be a little shocked. From my last knowing, his name was Prince Avon.
Fascinating.
For those of you who don't actually know, you can roll knowledge.
Okay.
And we'll be ending here in a moment.
Well, if you know him, I guess it'll be a pleasant surprise.
I suppose so. It's been a while.
Well, he's not really a prince anymore. He's a king.
Really? I'm actually not surprised.
Nice roll. It makes sense, though. I don't know what your origins are, though.
On Nat 21, yep. Well, King
Mildly
Avon
jealous.
is one of the major rulers of the Alliance faction. And Alliance is, well, they were a major fighter against Clan Liao. And they're kind of bringing together all the factions and attempting to unify the Proteans and the Kaizen because they hate each other.
Yes, they do.
However, there is a Protean god working on getting that fixed.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Luca, you could care less about who Avon is.
Steven. Except he's a little less, like, he doesn't side with all the Protean crap. He's more down the middle.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a side, but again, he doesn't really care about politics anyway. So I mean
No,
at least from your role, he doesn't care about these politics.
No, he doesn't.
Ari, you know exactly who King Avon is. In fact, you know that he is a part of your group.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Not a founding member or anything like that, but he was recruited in.
Okay.
Wow.
Additionally, Cap, you know this about the same thing, that King Avon is a major ruler of the Alliance. He's the king, technically, of the Alliance, kind of recognized as a king, but he's one of the council members.
Oh, yeah, I remember. I met him. Or one of his people.
Yep.
That was cool. As another character, obviously.
Additionally, Luca. You notice your communicator again.
What is that blasted thing?
So you notice that ping. You open it. You notice it's a message.
Who's the message from?
It's from your sister.
You guys just kind of see Luca just kind of stop dead and just like sit there for a minute.
You see,
What?
it's been a while. Where the heck have you been? I've been searching all over. I'll be at Unifica. You kind of like look around for a moment. Oh, I thought it was you, Amber, who left.
No.
I was like,
yeah, Luca's like throwing it in the bathroom.
Like, I can't handle this.
Luca's angry right now. He's beyond angry with her because she hasn't been looking for him. He says that to save face. Guarantee it.
So, you kind of look around, and you notice this very odd-looking ship that doesn't really fit the design of a Protean vessel or a Kaizen vessel. It's kind of both. And on the side of it, it reads Lotus, and it's sitting in the Unifica dock.
Guys, does that ship look kind of weird?
It does. Looks like someone took some design concepts and like merged them.
I could care less.
Dang it! I'm gonna meet someone soon.
My sister just told me she's here. I haven't seen her in years. And
Maybe she
that
came
ship-
over with the ship.
I found
You're
my
hailed.
sister. I am?
Yep.
Okay, he answers it.
Holy crap! It's been ages.
Yeah, says you, miss. I ran away and disappeared. This is
Yeah,
not
okay,
my fault.
Mr. I don't want to talk to anybody.
That's the one who trained as an assassin for how many years?
Okay, I didn't talk to you to protect you, first of all.
You didn't talk to me because you thought I agreed with Mom and Dad.
Man, our family reunion's going great. So
Do I
far.
overhear anything?
Oh yeah, you hear all of it. They're both screaming back and forth at each other pretty harshly.
I'll let you two deal with this.
I'll be at the Lotus.
On. Promise I won't kill you, even though I
Oh,
want
good.
to.
Remember, I'm the assassin. Zoop. The communication ends.
I should mention, my sister's like 5'3" and an assassin. Makes sense, doesn't it? And then he just like stalks off towards the Lotus.
So, Raish,
Go and have fun.
what do you know of the Omnipotence?
And glad that you got to meet your sister.
I never really thought to consider them too much, although I've had some experiences.
Ooh, would you mind to share?
Story
You
time
might need
with
a Delton
Borak.
to transfer it to you, otherwise you may not believe me.
And I will
You know, the
love
first
every
time
minute of
Galamus
this.
was gonna come through, and he didn't? Alright, you don't know because you didn't realize. Yeah, it was me, he says. And Avon. And there was a few other people as well. But I was one of the major ones. We went back to the Deltaverse, and we fought him off, and we had to come back into the time. It was a big time travel battle, and we were out the shift frame, and the Sentinels were doing things, and we were all idiots because we took down the Helix, and it was... I'll explain later. Let's just say that the creators gave us an option to choose our perfect world, or to go back to what we would have, what we would like to go back to is our home, or pretty much die. I mean, technically, is what they were giving us the option to do, is go to heaven. I chose not heaven. I don't know why at this point, but it's okay. I wanted to help people. I was trying to be selfless. Anyway, are we going to go to the ship?
Yes, let's do so.
Yes.
I'd love to hear more about your adventures.
Are
Seriously,
they
y'all are
coming onto the
interesting.
Lotus? This is gonna be entertaining.
So are you all going to the Lotus?
Actually, that will be really interesting.
Oh
That
gosh.
actually would
Lotus
be.
season 2!
That's really pretty
No,
great, even without Usai
I
there.
am going to
I
go
might-
to the Lotus.
You gonna stick around with JT though?
JT's
Or are we
following you
gonna,
guys.
Okay.
JT can
Because
come
we
with.
do have a ship here, so
Yeah.
I've got
Um,
ships.
You guys
We can
walk towards it.
visit.
It's a little bit further down from you on the same level. This thing is an escort class, and it's called a Forester class escort.
It's a beautiful ship.
It's really gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And it's
man.
an amalgamation of things at this point. But there's
true.
these ring bits that have docked onto the ship itself that they've detached. But usually there's this ring that drifts around the center of it. There's two of them technically, and those are what provide warp for the Lotus. It's quite smooth, and they need to fit within the diameter of the rings in order to allow it to warp, or it'll tear pieces off of it. I'll send an example of the Lotus if I can find it.
Honestly, I want to create Lotus Season 2, essentially. Really awesome.
That actually would be funny.
That would be funny. But you guys walk up to the Lotus,
doubt it would happen.
and you can see it sitting there and humming as it's kind of like purring like a kitten. A well-oiled machine sitting next to your not so well-oiled machine. It's quite large. Like it's been through a crap ton, but at this point it looks pristine. There's a couple scarring marks on the sides of it from battle that it was in recently, probably with the Clan Liao ships. And you can see that there's a platform that it's connected to that seems to be like a dock of some kind that people have been using to get on and off. You see a couple individuals, one of which is kind of like looking at you guys as you're walking toward them. And one of which is wearing a nice long jacket, and she has this platinum blonde hair. And she kind of locks eyes with the group and walks over. She goes,
I'm gonna look directly at her.
"Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you all. Who are you?"
My name is Morak Galatinius.
Nice to meet you, Morak Galatinius.
I'm
I'm Julianne
Antares.
Lefel. Nice to meet you, Antares. I'm the captain of
Nesrin
Lotus.
Unzer.
Nesrin?
Awesome.
You look familiar, she says to Luca.
Wasn't I already up there though?
No,
Or
you've
is
been
that
come.
just like-
I'd say you would all kind of come up here at the same time.
You probably know my sister. Abutiu?
Oh, the firecracker.
Yeah, that's my sister.
The 5-3 firecracker. Yes, I do. Small world. That's funny. All right.
Yeah.
I
These
assume that's
guys
why
are
you're
with
all
me.
here. JT goes,
Yeah.
JT. Raish is like, I'm a little new here. Raish. He goes, nice to meet you both as well. You all seem trustworthy enough. Come aboard.
Were you recently involved in the Clan Liao conflict that we just had out here, or?
Yes, we warped
That's
in
how I
to,
open these
to solve the
conversations.
issue, but let's just say that didn't go super well.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Our ship's
That's no
fine,
fun.
but a lot of the ships escaped. The
Dang.
combat has spread to deeper within the system.
Crud.
It's moved over towards Ido and other stations as well. Either way, I guess I'll bring you to your sister. And you see your sister is then walking off the ship and says, "No biggie. I'm right here."
Uh-oh.
Julianne's like,
Whoa.
well, you can still come aboard. Any family of this one is welcome.
Thank you.
She goes, goodbye, and then turns around, and her cape kind of flips out, and she drifts that direction.
Abu.
Been a while.
Yeah, I think we've been over this.
Yeah.
Listen, we've had a long day. Is there anywhere where we can sit down and talk for a while? All of us, if these guys want to.
We have a bar, she says, and turns around and walks.
Her eyes, she's like, how many bottles of scotch have you drank recently?
Do you want an honest answer?
No. No, I
Okay,
don't.
good. None. And she turns around.
Scotch, rum, whiskey, there's something. You drank
None of any.
something. Mm. Lies.
Oh, I so want to.
She says you don't want the honest answer.
So many lies.
You guys walk through the Lotus's interior. Oh man, this is like nostalgia.
I want a bar fight now. I really want a bar fight.
Oh,
I
it
don't
would be
know
between
why.
Luca and Abu. It would totally be between those two, or she'd tick one of you guys off.
Well, as Dirk gonna head to the bar, I guess. I'm gonna start exploring the ship.
Okay. You start looking around the ship as they all kind of enter in, and there's this Zakon at the bar who just goes, "Who the heck are you?"
Oh, yes. We've been given permission by the captain to board.
Apparently. What can I get you? I'm Owen, by the way.
Awesome. Nice to meet you, Owen. I'm Antares.
Nice to meet you,
And,
too.
would you care to make me something original? For something special?
Cut the crap. I don't
ordinary?
need the crappy attitude. Genuine is best, he says.
Want to give me some outlandish drink? Because I haven't drunk in a while.
That's better, he says, and turns around and starts mixing something for you. Is Nezrin at the bar?
Sure.
Okay.
She
He
takes
slides a
seat.
drink towards you and then goes to Nezrin.
And you? Do you drink? I can make you
I'll take
something
something.
non-alcoholic.
No. Proper one.
Strong. Anywhere from Zakon mead to Sprite.
Something fairly strong, I think.
I won't give you Zakon mead, because that would kill you, but otherwise.
What would be scary is if she could drink it.
I know.
About actually.
Zakons are. Did I ever mention to you what Zakons were?
They're
like a giant lizard.
huge. Yeah.
They're like mini Godzilla.
Yeah.
With
And fire
wings.
breathing too.
Yep.
Have you
Or
ever seen
exhale.
Jupiter Ascending?
Yes.
Those dragons.
Think of those lizard people.
Okay.
They're very similar.
But they have wings
Um,
and they shoot freaking atomic blasts out of their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, he mixes
they
you
can blow
something up very
themselves out.
strong and says,
After a long day, it's good to lay off.
I agree.
Good.
goes, Abu, mixes something, slides it to her. She goes, and,
Boyfriend, brother, which one are you?
Brother.
Good. It would have been awkward otherwise.
It's always awkward with a boo.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward. What else can I get you?
Whatever. Bottle of whiskey?
That's boring.
but okay. And he turns around and he makes it.
I am rather
Slides it to you.
boring after almost dying today. Thank you.
Touché. Good to be boring after a day of almost death. It's okay. I know a thing or two about death.
But is it boring to be at the bar? I've heard some interesting fights about. I've heard some interesting stories about this bar.
Is this bar that? Is this bar that famous?
There have been a couple of leaks. I've heard. I can't share the details.
Brother.
Which ones?
I've heard it's amazing. I've heard the bar fights, the Fellhammer. Oh yeah, drinking Zakon mead and fire. Oh man,
I'm
so
surprised the
awesome.
Fellhammer didn't kill anyone the last time they were here.
Yeah, you guys are like.
He makes like a gesture with his hand.
Really, hell.
Oh yeah, they're still a part of the crew, aren't they?
No, they left.
Oh, okay.
Belial's
Dead.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
time dead.
Oh yeah. He's just like, boo!
Okay. Well, as they're all discussing things, I'm gonna let Torin rummage around a little bit in the ship. What are you doing?
For the heck of it, I'm just gonna wander around until I find something interesting.
Okay. You find the med bay. You hear a quite well sung Mikado? You can't really tell what it is, but it's opera. And it's coming from the med bay.
Well, I'm gonna poke my head in.
You hear as this individual is standing there and scribbling something on a digital notepad.
I'm just gonna wait for his performance to end.
He goes,
I'm gonna start
Who are
clapping
you?
now. Name is Marlek Galatinius.
I've never met you before. You're not in my logs.
I just came aboard today. think it was Julianne LaFell.
Yeah.
Well,
She
she
let you
told us
on?
we could come aboard.
Oh, good.
And
Letting
so I
strangers aboard.
decided to avoid the bar because that's where people poison themselves.
That's smart.
wondering.
Actually, that's very smart. Many a bar fight that I've had to solve problems with, so all that stuff. I'm Talos, he states.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you, he says, and he kind of glitches out and then reappears in front of you as his holographic form moves. And he goes, "You're very interesting. You know that? Your biosigns are kind of interesting. Like, you've got a weird aura about you, man. Like in a good, bad way.
Good, bad way?
Yeah, like I can't quite figure out what's going on. But at the same time, it's not bad. But it's like a good bad.
Interesting.
I'm going to finish my Mikado. Bye," he says, and he turns around and kind of goes back to his thing and starts singing again. And he starts really getting into it. And the doors close forcibly and push you out.
That was cool. I like him. And I'm gonna probably end up winding up in the bridge.
Okay. You head up to the bridge, and you see several individuals standing up there. One of which seems to be a Pracum of some kind. And she's kind of like, she turns around. "Who let you aboard?"
That would be Julianne LaFell.
Interesting. First officer. You see an individual like bring her boots off of the seat that she is, or off of the table. She kind of swings around and goes, She kind of whips all of her hair to one side and stands up very uncarelessly, you'd say. She's got these massive like combat boots with all these straps on them. And her hair's dyed like partial purple. It's kind of like a mohawk that's like flipped to the side. Think of Judy. I mean, that's pretty accurate. Like the hair of the Judy from Cyberpunk.
It's kind of funny how that turned out.
Yeah, I know. And she kind of walks around you for a moment. She goes, "Bird."
Radrian?
You got that right? Was my killer looks?
If you want to call it that.
Oh, come on. Even a bird can identify killer looks.
Yes, I know. I have
And
them
looks
myself.
do kill.
Trained.
This one especially.
Sorry, I didn't hear you over how gold you are. Can I help you?
So I was just exploring, as I kind of want to avoid the bar. Why people go there?
Oh, no, the bar's a lot of fun. I'm down there daily.
Oh boy, you're one of those people.
She
Okay.
takes you by the hand and brings you and starts like dragging you along. She goes, "I swear you won't regret it."
Oh,
And you all end up back in the bar again.
Oh no.
No, I'm gonna look around for anyone to help.
Please, please. All the crew who are like, all the crew who are watching you two pass are just like, first a Zakon, now the bird.
No.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Wait, who is this? What's I'm trying to play
Nyx.
name.
It's
That's
Nyx.
what I thought. It's a booze.
I know
very
who it
famous
is.
person.
That's why I said Radrian. Cole didn't have to tell me anymore because I already knew who it was.
Combat boots
Yep.
off of the table.
Once Cole
The
mentioned
hair.
female hair, I was like, wait, this is not the protein.
So
It's gotta be
that's-
someone else. Nyx.
So
Yeah.
just even that little description. Even
All the
with her
proteins on
turning
the
around, I
ships
knew.
are kind of gone. I mean, there's no Usai
That is true.
because he's the god now. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Dang it.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if we
Yeah,
ever
you
meet
all
Servius
make
again.
it down into the bar, and I think we'll end there for tonight. We'll continue
Sweet.
Luca's conversation when we get back.
what is it? Bonus season 2.
I'd love to get some stats, by the way, for the projection dagger I have.
Yeah, I'll put them in between sessions. Also, Ari, you have something called a sacred weapon, and that is it is a sacred weapon, which means it's very special. You can only have one sacred weapon equipped to you at any time.
Okay.
But sacred weapons are very interesting. The one thing you need to know about this sacred weapon is, besides its ability, which I will give you later, in your inventory, put 9th card 1 of 4.
Okay. Alright, we'll do that.
Alrighty. And, well, I will end there for tonight. So thank you all for joining us. You guys
Awesome.
have an
Night,
awesome
guys.
one. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks. Adios.